Welcome to another week of Wayne County High School War Eagle football, and I've got none other than pretty in pink K-Dog Kenny Odom. Kenny, you're looking mighty dapper there tonight in your pink hat, and it's for a good cause, is it not?
It is, and for $10 you can have this hat. We've got some at the office around there. Our corporate folks are matching whatever we raise as agents throughout Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. And so it's a little cheap ad here is if you want to come by the office, you can come by and get a hat for $10, or you can ask what this is. It costs you $1, and I'll tell you.
Well, on that happy thought, we're going to turn our attention to football. District play round 2. Wayne County got started last week with an on-the-road district opening win against Wingfield. Tonight we come home and mow Panthers from Brook Haven, making their way to Wayne County War Eagle Stadium tonight for the second district game of the year. What do we know about the Panthers?
Well, they're going to be a typical Brook Haven football team. Now, they're younger than they've been in the past. They've got several sophomores and a couple of freshmen are playing freshman quarterback. We don't know if their senior quarterback will play tonight. Of course, whenever somebody's got important players hurt, when we play them, it's just like going to a Benny Hinn revival meeting. They get miraculously healed. But they've struggled this year. They hadn't won a ball game. Now, last week they were ahead of South, and South Jones came back on them at the last of the ball game and beat them. So things are real squirrely in our district, Marshall. I mean, we got some folks that you would expect to be strong and aren't, and some folks that traditionally have been not as strong and they're strong.
Well, it doesn't take but one Friday night to turn that around. Let's hope that doesn't.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
Well, let's talk about Wayne County a little bit. You know, Wayne County, start the year, we were not healthy on defense. Seems like now we may be healthy on defense for the first time, but we got some offensive linemen out. Let's talk about Wayne County a little bit as they get ready to go tonight.
Well, last week you sort of got a preview of some of it because we rotated a lot of guys last week against Wingfield. And, folks kind of get bent out of shape if you don't win by 70-point margin. But we started subbing in the end of the first quarter. We were up 4 scores. And but a lot of the offensive guys got to play last week, and all the defensive guys did. And that's one reason that Wingfield was able to score some of the points they were. But, Marshall, our depth has been as good as it has been in recent years, so we shouldn't see a lot of fall off.
Well, each of these games is so important, district games. Coach Mangum told us that after week 1 it'd be 4-1-0 and 4-0-1s. Unfortunately, we're in there in the 1-0 and hopefully making it 2-0 tonight. We're going to take a break to hear from some of our sponsors and be back with the head coach of the War Eagles, Coach Todd Mangum, after this word from our sponsors.
This seems unbelievable, but I promise it's true.
What's with the buzzer? Oh, that's a raven. That's a good omen. He knows we're coming back with dinner.
Well, that bird had a bunch of friends. And when Scott got back to the camper...
Oh, that was a buzzer! What? Scott! Wait, what did you do? It's raining inside.
His new camper was a total loss, but his alpha policy covered it.
It's that bird.
For the best agents in the business, call Kenny Odom in Waynesboro.
And as promised, head coach Todd Mangum. Coach, appreciate you taking a little time to be with us tonight. Got us kicked off in the district with a victory at Wingfield last week. This week we get to play another district game. These things are huge, are they not? Each and every one of them.
Yes, Marshall, each and every one, each week, we want to position ourselves, each and every week that, we have an opportunity to be the number 1 team in the division. And the only way you do that is to win, and, that's what we want to do. We leave out of here tonight, we want to be 2-0 in the region.
Let's talk about Brook Haven a minute. I know they've got some injuries. They got a quarterback. I think they're starting quarterback out there playing, a freshman, some other things. Tell us what we can look for out of Brook Haven on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, they've kind of been very, very multiple, and then when they lost their starting quarterback and have a young kid in there right now, spread the field. Right now, his strength is running the ball. They have a really good running back. Spreading the field, trying to, formation you and create some seams to run the football. They're going to run the football. That's the kind of guy Tommy is. He's always been that way. When he and I coached together in college, that's the way we were brought up. And he's going to run the ball, but they're going to throw it also. But they're going to spread the field, try to get their tailback and quarterback out on the perimeter.
Now let's look at their defense. What kind of defense are they going to run, and what opportunities might it afford or limit for your team?
Scheme-wise, it's going to be very similar to us. It's going to be an odd man front. That's what they've done. not a lot of heavy blitz. They hadn't been. They just they're just going to play base and try to run and tackle. But again, the biggest thing about Brookhaven, Marshall, is they're playing with some young guys and everything right now. And the thing as an opponent of Brookhaven, you know that those young guys are getting better each and every week.
That's true. Good point. Let's talk about Wayne County a minute. Not any names or anything. We started the year kind of banged up on defense. We about to get healthy on the defensive side of the ball.
On defense, yeah, but we kind of flipped the script on offense. We've got some offensive linemen banged up right now, and we just our philosophy, next man up. And we're next man up, and we won't ever use that as an excuse. It's next man up, and we'll go from there. But sooner or later, we're going to be healthy.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Coach, we appreciate you. Good luck to you tonight. We're going to take a break to hear from some of our sponsors, and we'll be back for the kickoff of Wayne County High School War Eagle football, playing host to the Panthers of Old Brook tonight. See ya after this word from our sponsors. Gas off, the pilot light goes out. But that didn't happen, so we're thankful for that. War Eagles are making their way on the field. Kenny, what did we do with the toss out there? How's it shaping up?
Brookhaven's won the toss and I believe deferred, so we will get the football to start the first half. We'll have to kick to them in the second half.
Okay, Wayne County's going to be moving left to right. They're wearing white togs and the blue jerseys, and kind of just the opposite on the other side of the field, blue togs and white jerseys for the Panthers of Old Brook. A couple of things here. Rushing, Freddie Jordan has got a 5 yard per carry average. Shadarius Chambers, 7.7 yards per carry. Chris Cooley is 4.6 yards per carry. Some of our receiving guys, we've got I thought I had that figured up for us, but I don't see it right now. It's an interesting point here. Our leading scorer is a receiver this year so far. Rameek Wallace is our leading scorer. That's probably the first time I've ever known that to happen in Wayne County.
It's a little unusual in that we've always tried to work so hard on a running game, and for that to happen. Of course, Rameek, I talked to him for just a few minutes this afternoon, and told Rameek, I said, man, look, I'm proud of you because you have made a 180-degree turn from last year. Last year, you were having trouble catching anything, and this year you can catch just about anything that's thrown to you, unless it hits you right in the breadbasket. But he has. I mean, it's been a big turnaround, Marshall. And look, a lot of times you see that maturity, have that sort of effect on a youngster.
Well, they're kicking this thing off, and Brookhaven's going to kick one deep, and it's going to be reeled in down here to about the 15-yard line, and I don't know who's got that, but it won't take but a minute to find out, and that's number 17 on the return out across the 30. And they're going to drive him back down to about the 25, but it'll be out at about the 33-yard line. Wayne County will be in business 1st and 10 from their own 33. Now, that might have been Jamarcus Fisher.
Yeah, that was number 13.
Okay, that's Fisher. Okay, Fisher on the return, and here comes Reggie Stewart and company. We'll get some folks called out for you, but Reggie's going to be your quarterback, and Fast Freddie's going to be your running back with him. We've got Rameek Wallace is spread out to the left, along with Harris. And he's got two receivers, twins both ways. Ball's right in the middle of the field. There's a snap. Stewart's going to look to throw. Fire it out to Wallace. Makes the catch. Good block out there. But Wallace really breaks a couple of tackles and gets out close to the 40-yard line.
He does a good job, Marshall, to break a couple of tackles, make a move, and keep working toward that sideline to get himself a little room. And he does, and picks up about 7 yards or so.
Right out there, getting close to they're getting close to the 40. If it's not right on it, like Kenny said, 7 yards. McDougal and Mangum are spin out to the right side. Wallace is coming up a little, is kind of limping a little bit right there. And number 15, Garris Myers is checking in in his stead. So Rameek was fighting hard for yardage, and he's come up a little slow, but he's making his way off the field on his own power. So
Yeah, that ankle, he's got those ankles taped pretty heavily, and it looks like he either turned it or has got that tape twisted because there's a lot of it on that left ankle.
We're at 11:33. The clock is stopped. They're fixing to put it in play again, and here we go. War Eagles are up at the line of scrimmage now with twins both ways. Same formation, just minus Wallace, and Myers is in his place. And here's a pass down here across the middle. Mangum's going to make the catch at the 45-yard line of the Panthers. So a nice pitch and catch on the slant for Will Mangum.
One of the things that Coach Mangum was telling his receivers tonight in warm-ups was, look, guys, well, against this bunch, when you catch the football, you got to turn up field. No dancing around. You got to go.
That's Will's. Will comes in with 9 catches. There's let's see, I was trying to get the stats for it, and I missed a play. That is
running play by Fast Freddy.
And boy, what a gain it was. It's down there getting close to first down yards. They're inside or right at the 34-yard line with a 2nd and 1. And there's another handoff to Freddie. They're going to tackle him for about a yard loss back to the 35-yard line, we'll say. 10:47 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Wayne County with the inaugural possession and on their way.
Well, and Coach Mangum had talked about they're going to line up with 3-man front, and they've got 3 pretty good-sized guys down there along that front.
Ramey checks in as a tight end, and he just runs it straight ahead and get a first down, Wayne County.
Freddie just put his head down, Marshall, on just the old straight dive play.
Now, Shadarius Chambers is checking in the backfield. I was going to say here that catch that Will made a little earlier was his 9th catch on the year. He had 8 for 134 yards coming into tonight. He's a single man split out wide to the right, and Reggie's going to look for him and going to fire one down here about the 5-yard line. Oh, just through his hands at the goal line, so it's going to be incomplete. Not a badly thrown pass.
He had 2 guys down there on almost a crossing pattern in front of the post, and Will was not able to get his hands up in time to get it. And I was trying to see, I couldn't really say. I think that might have been McDougal was the other receiver down there.
I believe you're right. Ball's out here on the 32-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down, about 10 to go for the War Eagles. Same formation. And there's going to be a handoff to Shadarius Chambers. And I'll tell you what, they played some pretty good defense between those tackles, Kenny.
Well, they brought the linebackers off the corners. They walked one guy up on the line of scrimmage and the linebacker on the far side that made the play, Marshall. You could see him lining up for the blitz. There was nobody to block him, and he just sort of crashed down on top of Boomy.
3rd down and 10 to go. Trips, we'll say 9 to go. Trips left for Stewart. 18 seconds on the 25-second clock. Mangum's your single man down the right side. And Stewart's back to throw. Going to catch a oh, no, let's see. That's Freddie. Slant. He's at the 20-yard line, puts his head down, and going to get a first down inside the 20. We'll say at about the 18-yard line. Freddie, did he have him split out that time?
Yeah, Freddie and slipped back into the inside. Nobody covered him, and he was wide open as he came back on the slant toward the middle of the field, Marshall, and just did a good job.
Knows what to do when he catches it. Twins both ways. There's a handoff to Chambers up the middle, and he's going to fight through and just break through it. Just a massive humanity down there, and there's a touchdown. I mean, how he got through, there was just he ran straight up the field. It was just, it looked like a dive. There was people all over the place, and next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Just a great job. Good blocking. He didn't, Boom is so small, he doesn't need much of a hole. He found that little bit of daylight and was gone.
All righty, here we are with our PAT. I believe that's, let's see who that is on the kick. It may be Reynolds. He gets the kick up, and it looks like it is going to be a flag on the play. So that's going to back him up. That's Brett Reynolds, number 85 on for the PAT. Hunter is your snapper, and Will Mangum is your holder. We're at 9:23 to go in the first. Wayne County's got the touchdown by Chambers, and trying to make a PAT right here. That'll be kicked from it'll be a 25-yard version of a PAT. And here comes your snap, and it's good. The kick is up, and it's low, but let's see. It looks like it's on the money. So 9:23 to go in the first. Wayne County 7.
Illegal procedure, Wayne County, you would be wrong.
Backing it up again.
We're in field goal range now.
This will be
a field goal rather than an extra point.
It was a 25-yard.
Hey, they do it in the NFL.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And this thing's going to be spotted out here at the 20, so it'll be a 30-yard extra point. We're having a little trouble executing this snap and staying down. So here we go one more time. I'm getting a little practice here. Reynolds is going to try it from 30 yards out. Here comes your snap from Hunter James.
Mangum gets it down. The kick is up. Looks like it's headed in the right direction, and it is going to be no good. So he ran out of gas, a little short there, Kenny. So penalties cost us a point. 9:23 to go in the first. Wayne County 6, Brookhaven 0. We're going to take 30 seconds back to the station and be back after this word from our sponsors. Back as
From yard care to farmland, Chapman Tractor Company in Waynesboro can get you up and running and keep you that way. From sales to service, Chapman Tractor has what it takes to match your needs to the right equipment and to keep your equipment in tip-top shape. Our sales staff is in the know with a wide selection of equipment and implements to meet your needs. Service, we provide it with a trained professional staff at your disposal. And don't forget our parts department, where we have a comprehensive inventory and the folks on location to help you find the part you need when you need it. Chapman Tractor Company, Waynesboro, Mississippi.
we are live, and Wayne County's going to be kicking this ball off. And last week, most of the kickoff duties were handled by number 38, Heath Mosley. And he's going to just pooch one down there in the middle of the field, and it's going to be fielded at the 30-yard line. And I believe that was Mr. Mosley on that one. That was not a bad deal, Kenny. It wasn't a pooch kick of the normal variety we see outside the numbers, but it was right on the hash, and it worked out pretty good.
Well, you know, if even if you kick in the end zone, they're going to get the ball on the 20, and in high school it's just hard for these kids, a lot of them, to kick it in the end zone. Now, we've seen some that could kick it as far as anybody we've ever seen, especially those kids coming from around the Jackson area, the coast schools. But, yeah, I mean, 32 is not bad starting position.
And the freshman quarterback is out there for the Panthers. They got a single back set. The ball is missnapped, and they're going to be all over him back there and going to be at about the 21-yard line. So I guess that center probably had visions of Benito.
Yeah, that's when they talk about sugar plum fairies, that's like having visions of jackhammers in your head there.
Jones and Bivens and Evans are up front. They actually got Bivens on the nose. And a three-man front, and we'll get the linebackers for you. And there goes Bivens is going to jump a little early that time. He's going to give him that 5. Well, going to give him 5 of that big loss back. So it's going to still be, they're way outside the chains. It's probably going to be about 2nd and 15, we'll say. There's number 22 is one of your corners out there. That's Jordan, and looks like I'll get the other corner for you in a minute. There's a pass out there. It's going to be incomplete at the 31-yard line. Jordan and coach, there's that number 9 you spotted in the warm-ups, Kenny. They're trying to get the ball to. Good-looking kid.
He sure is. He's a good athlete. Watching him on film, I mean, he made some great catches in the last couple of ball games, especially against South Jones last week. He did a really good job of catching the football and getting upfield. Tyler
Hopkins and DeAndre Gandy and Hunter James and Denzel Bonner, your linebackers. We've got Fisher and Jordan are your corners, and our safeties. There's Deion Smith, and I'll get that other safety for you in a minute. I can't pick him up. Maybe Roy over there on the hash mark at about the 35-yard line. But anyway, quarterback's back to throw, fires one out in the flat, makes a catch at the 20, and going to have a little gain out of that. Maybe get back close to the chains. It's going to be 3rd down and somewhere around. No, it's going to be 4th down. So going to be 4th down, about 11 to go, and Brookhaven's going to have to punt it away. So with 8:37 to go, Wayne County's had one possession. He got 6 points on the board. Brookhaven has had, I believe you call that a 3 and out, do you not there, Kenny?
Absolutely, and that's exactly how you want the other ball club to start off their first possession.
Freddie's standing back here to zone 40. They get a good snap and a nice punt, Kenny. It's going to come back here, and Freddie's going to feel it back here at the 33-yard line. And he makes a couple misses here. He's coming, trying to get on the edge, and they shut it down for him, and they're going to tackle him on the hash mark out there at about the 35, 36-yard line. So Wayne County will be back in business about where they were the first possession. That was a nice kick, Kenny.
36 yards.
I mean, they had plenty of hang time, and they had some good coverage down there, but Freddie made the catch and tried to buy himself a little time, but couldn't make the big home run. Stokes and Beasley are out there up front for the War Eagles, as is number 61, Keandrick Carter. Gets to Willie Howell, number 79, is out there up front for Wayne County. Trips right, single man left for our quarterback, and he's going to hand the ball off there to Freddie, and he's going to fight hard for maybe a yard.
Boy, it got jammed up there quickly. You know, Ham's not playing this week. We've got another center in there, and we got penetration from the inside, and that sort of slowed Freddie down.
It's going to bring up second and about a long 9 for sure. Trips right again. He's going to fire one out here in the flat to McDougal. He's going to make the catch and put his head down and break a tackle or two and push hard out to about the 44-yard line. Going to bring up third down and about 2 yards to go. Nice pitch and catch in the flat, Kenny.
Well, it really was, and Dredge did a good job, Marshall, just to lay that ball just out in front of McDougal so he could catch that football without stumbling or stuttering too much.
Yeah, McDougal comes in tonight with 11 catches for 101 yards. He adds to his totals right there. There's going to be a handoff to Fast Freddy. He's got some running room breaking tackles. Here he goes. The 45 cuts back inside on the hash over there, inside the 40. First down, Wayne County, inside the 40 of the Panthers.
Freddie doesn't spend a lot of time trying to get to the sideline. The only thing he does is look for a way upfield, Marshall.
You know, this running backs we got, I like to call them the fast and furious because they do run with fury, Kenny. They really do. And here comes one that'll run with it, too, and Chris Cooley's checked into the game for the first time tonight. He's not your speed guy, but now he's going to plow a pretty deep furrow out there when they hand him the ball. Another pass to the flat to McDougal. Here he goes.
Behind him just a little bit.
Yeah, had to slow him down, like you said. They're going to drop him for a loss back at about the 40. And play like that, when it's a timing thing, you get it behind him a little bit, it kind of messes stuff up, doesn't it, Kenny?
Yeah, I mean, he offset what he did a minute ago. It's sort of like you get a couple of attaboys and one off shucks and wipe that out pretty quickly.
And here we go. And there's going to be Stewart's moving to his left, fired one out here to Harris, and he's down the sideline. Going to be close to a first down. We'll see where they give him the spot. Going to be short.
Yeah, just by about a yard, I think.
You know, Stewart takes that thing and starts sprinting out left just as fast as he can go. I guess that's a run-pass option. He decided to throw it out there. It's going to bring up third down and about a yard. Harris on the catch. Trips right for Stewart. And he's going to hand the ball to Chris Cooley, and he's going to plow and break tackles. Here he goes at the 20. He's going all the way,
He'll
Kenny.
take this one in.
He drags him into the end zone. So that's from about 29 yards out. Touchdown, Chris Cooley. 2 touchdowns right up the middle, Kenny.
Well, just nothing but just straight ahead. Nothing fancy, just straight ahead blocking.
And here we go. We're going to try another PAT. Maybe we can kick one from the 15-yard variety instead of the 25 and the 30-yard variety this time. And Reynolds is on for the point after touchdown attempt here. And here comes your snap. And we got another penalty, Kenny. So let's see what this is going to be.
This has got to be some way that we're lining up, I'm guessing, unless somebody's moving. But that's the only thing I can figure because this is 3 consecutive calls.
What's that?
It's sportsmanlike conduct.
That's against the other guys.
Yeah, I mean, not this.
What we got here? We got a timeout.
No, I think we're going to go for 2.
I believe you're right. There they go. 56 is out there for Wayne County playing up front. That is Lance Selby. I believe they may have him playing center. Beasley's out there. Carter's out there. Ramey's up front. They got the tight end over there. And let's see who they got in the backfield. They got Fast Freddie Jordan Jr. in the backfield with Reggie, and they're going for 2, and they're going to give it to Freddie. Here he goes over the top. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Airborne, Kenny, by air. I tell you what, old Freddie's got some hop.
I tell you what, a good job by Freddie. And I get the opportunity to give him a yard and a half worth of rush for that too.
Well, it's 6:36 to go in the first. Wayne County 14, Brookhaven 0. We're taking 30 seconds to the station and be back after this break.
Of all the colors, yellow's the most important, at least when it comes to building outdoors. No matter what your project this season, pier, deck, fence, or gazebo, be sure to head first to Gatlin Building Supply for Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. Yellowwood is your best protection against rot, fungal decay, and termite attack, so it's no wonder Yellowwood is the brand of choice for building outdoors. Come by Gatlin Building Supply, where you'll find only the best for your project. And remember, if it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it. Gatlin Building Supply, North Spring Street in Waynesboro.
First carry, you carry for 30 yards and a touchdown.
We are back. Go ahead, Kenny. What you got?
No, I was just mumbling to myself, Marshall.
Okay. First carry, I believe 30 yards for a touchdown is what Chris has got. One carry, 30 yards, 1 TD. That's pretty good. There's another pooch kick up the middle. It's going to be fielded to 30 and down to the 31. So Wayne County's just kicking that thing right straight down that hash mark, and Brookhaven's not making any attempt to run it back. So 6:34 to go in the first. Wayne County 14, Brookhaven 0. Tyler Hopkins is out there at linebacker at number 30, along with Gandy and Bonner and James. linebacking core. Of course, we still got up front. We got Jones and Evans and Bivens. Jones and Evans are your ends. They got Bivens on the nose. And here we go. They got them all the Brookhaven bunch bunched in there pretty tight. They got trips kind of in the diamond right off the right side, not far from where the ball is, and they're going to run a little option play there, and the quarterback's going to probably wish he hadn't have done that.
Well, they had a hard time getting him off his feet. They did a good. I mean, they really the youngster's tough. He's a freshman, and he's had to step into a set of pretty big shoes. Marshall. He looks like he might have lost a foot, maybe.
Could have been worse.
We'll just say no gain.
No gain. All righty, single back set, trips right for him, single man on the left side. Ball's kind of right in the middle of the field, moving right to left. Going to run that option again. This time make the pitch out there, and you got a little room on the corner. You're going to have a nice gain out close to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a manageable, let's see, third down coming up.
Yeah, they got the corner on us. We didn't get that thing cut off. Our linebacker got blocked out there, and we just didn't get that thing turned back up inside. So he picked up about a good 7 yards.
Your safeties are Roy Arrington and Deion Smith. He got trips left this time. Single man on the right side. Ball's on the right hash mark, moving right to left. Third down, about 4 yards to go. We'll say 3 yards to go it is. 5:32 to go in the first quarter. Wayne County 14, Brookhaven 0. And here they are with 6 seconds on the 25-second clock. Makes the snap, hands it off up the middle. No, he pulls it. And around the corner he goes and going to be stopped about a couple of 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, either choice was not a good one because just as soon as he stuck the football out for the running back got hit. And he pulled it because he didn't have any choice and couldn't find any room on the outside. Marshall, I believe he made it to the line of scrimmage. So,
and here we go, Brookhaven with their second punt of the night. Another 3 and out. And I don't know who made that tackle on the left side, but it was a nice tackle and a pretty nice punt. Freddie's going to move up on it, catch it on the run. He's at the 40. Comes around, breaks a tackle or two. He's across midfield down to about the 46 or 47-yard line of Old Brook. So good field position for the War Eagles on this, their third possession.
Well, he caught it around the 36, Marshall, and the punt was 25 yards. And let's see, you said he brought it back to, what, the 48 of Brookhaven?
That's what we'll say.
So that's only a net of, 8 yards,
That's
9 yards?
It. Here we go. We got Shadarius Chambers in the backfield. Trips right, single man left for Reggie Stewart. Here's your snap, and there goes Shadarius Chambers. Is going to get tackled just across the line of scrimmage. Be a very minimal gain there, less than a yard.
That linebacker over there for Brookhaven has been a terror over there so far. Tariq Reese, he's a junior. From what I can, looking at the roster, he's an outside linebacker.
There's a pass out there, and there's a catch out there. And that's Wallace makes a catch. Good to see him. First down, Wayne County at about the 35-yard line. And some folks were looking for a late hit, but Wallace drug him out of bounds. Good to see Ramik back and going. Nice catch.
Yeah, I think he got his tape rolled up, and they just had to get all that straightened back out. But good, yeah, you're right. Good to see Ramik back on the field.
First down and 10 for Wayne County. Twins both ways. Single back set back there with Reggie, and he's got the snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to try, gets under pressure, and they're going to get a hand on him and drag him down, and the ball comes out, and it looks like, let's see how it goes.
I think Brookhaven's got it.
If they didn't, they missed a good chance, and yes, you're right. There comes Wayne County's defense. They had a hand on old Reggie, and he was trying to make a play and just couldn't get her done and turned it over. Looks like he's a little sore, Kenny.
Yeah, he got rolled up, I think, pretty good in that mass of humanity over there. Looks like maybe his throwing arm.
Looks like they may have grabbed that thing when he was trying to throw it, and you had a knot in it, kind of like what happened to Drew Brees a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, Wayne County has turned the ball over, and here comes Old Brook with a first down at their own 38-yard line. Ball's on the right hash mark for you, moving right to left. And 17 seconds, plenty of time on the 25-second clock. Wayne County staying with that number one unit out there on defense. And we're down inside 6 seconds, and there's a handoff up the middle, and it's going to be probably about a yard gain, yard and a half on first down. Tough sledding, as you would expect, against this War Eagle defense that's giving up only 100 yards a game, 101 yards a game rushing, which is pretty good by any measure, Kenny.
Well, it is, and the thing about Wayne County's defense is that, having everybody back healthy, it gives us an opportunity to rest some guys and still be able to, be stout on defense.
And it's going to be second down, and we'll say 8 yards to go. Inside 4 minutes in the first quarter now. Wayne County 14, Old Brook 0. Here comes your snap. Quarterback's back to throw. pass and throws one out there, and I don't know if he scooped that thing up or not. It looks like it's incomplete, but there's a flag,
There's
Kenny.
a penalty flag, and that's usually an area where you see a hold. I didn't see anybody in there other than some white shirts unless it's either that or a cut block.
And we'll await the official signal here to see what the call is.
Chop block.
There you go. You
No.
call that.
Well, yeah, he said chop block. He pointed to Wayne County. I'm not sure how that works.
Well, I think he's confused. He think he's got the call right, but he's pointing the wrong way, huh?
Yes.
There you go.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
I knew that it was Tyree seemed to be excited about it. He figured it was going Wayne County's way, and that it does. So 3:51 to go in the first. Wayne County 14. Old Brook 0, and now Old Brook is outside the chains on that penalty with a second down. And backing it on up there is going to be.
Yeah, it's a spot foul.
Oh boy!
It's going to take them on back
to the 15-yard line, the 25-yard line.
Yeah, the 25.
They got to get out to the 48 for a first down. So it's second down and a long, long way to go. They got this field spread, pretty spread out. Trips left, two twins right and trips left for the quarterback. He's got an empty backfield for the first time tonight. 3:51 to go in the first quarter, 14-0 Wayne County. Here's your snap. He's looking to throw, and he's not holding it long. Oh, what a big hit. He threw it to the flat out there, and I tell you what, Jamarcus Fisher lit that guy up like a Christmas tree, Kenny.
Well, I tell you what, that was one of those almost catches. If he'd had it just a half a second longer, that would have been a fumble because he separated the receiver from the football.
Jamarcus was just a little too quick on contact. If he had just held that back another millisecond, Wayne County would have had the ball.
And that football was headed for the end zone like it was on fire.
And Jamarcus got himself a stinger there. Looks like he's coming out, but he'll. That's what happens when you hit that hard. Stuff goes tingling and quaking and shaking. It's going to bring third down and about 23 to go. So, same formation for Old Brook. Quarterback standing on his on 20, waiting to snap. He's in the gun, empty backfield. Man in motion, and
they got some early movement, but no call.
And
yeah, we did. We got the call over here. They were in motion, Marshall.
And
in motion, Marshall.
In motion, Marshall. I've been in motion a time or two myself. But anyway, that's going to cost him 5, I suppose. And he got rid of that ball in a hurry. It didn't look like he was throwing it to anybody. He just threw it out there on the ground and said, "Listen, y'all take this thing." Wayne County is leading 14-0, 3:44 to go in the first quarter. Wayne County has turned the ball over once. They've had 3 possessions, 2 touchdowns, and 1 turnover. And they do have a back in the backfield with him now, and he trips to his left for him and a single man out to his right side. There's a snap, and he's going to hand that thing up the middle with a lot of room, and he's going to get out close to the 36-yard line. Going to bring up 4th and long, and they'll have to punt it again, Kenny.
Well, we didn't see him. He slipped up on just a little quick draw. I mean, that's really all it was, a quick hitter, and just a good job. He found an open hole, Marshall, and he got the ball back out to the 35, and that picked up 15 yards.
Freddie's back here standing on his own 34-yard line awaiting this punt. He's had a couple of returns, and somebody was close to blocking that one. Freddie's going to let that one hit the ground, and that's the first one he's let hit the ground, and instead of having the ball out here at the 45 or 50, it's now back at the 15. And I tell you, that ball gets on the ground on a punt. I mean, it's going to cost you valuable real estate every time.
Marshall, that's a 50-yard punt. That completely flips the field.
And here we go. Wayne County is back on offense. They're at their own 15-yard line. Reggie is obviously okay. He's back in at quarterback. Wallace is good. He's out there split wide to the left. Twins both ways for Stewart. Wayne County's on their own 15, 3:02 to go in the first with a 14-0 lead. A lot of field, a lot of green for the War Eagle O to work with. Let's see what they can do with it. Here's your snap. He's back to throw. He's looking to his right. He's going to fire one to Mangum out here at the 24, 25-yard line. Will's going to get out to about the 26 and a first down.
Good job by Will. He did. He turned back to the inside after he caught it and just tried to force his way upfield and did a good job because Marshall, he got picked up 16 yards and a first down.
Reggie's dropped back and threw that ball before Will ever made his break. And when he turned, made his break, there the ball was. Perfectly executed. There's a handoff up the middle right there to Freddie, and they're going to knock him down hard. Maybe lose a yard or half a yard there on the first down carry. So they've had, when they have success in the middle, it's been really good. Otherwise, it's been mighty tough sledding.
It's either all or nothing.
We're at 2:29 to go in the first. War Eagles 14-0 over Brookhaven. Twins both ways. Stewart's looking to throw. He's going to fire one to. I don't know where he's going. He's got it, and I don't know what happened.
He did. He rolled left. Marshall.
He's throwing it downfield, and Wayne County's got it in.
He threw it downfield to Demetrius Harris, and Harris was open. He was behind the corner over there.
I thought he threw it 3 times. He was moving to his left, and there was people getting after him, and he was just moving just fast enough. It's kind of like a surfer riding a wave. He was just in front of the pressure.
He pumped 3 times. That's why I'm sure what got you there.
Well, he's going to hand it this time to Freddie, and Freddie's going to run hard and going to get about 6 yards on the first down carry right up the middle. They're now inside the 45-yard line of Brookhaven. We'll give him 5 yards. Shadarius Chambers checks in. We're 1:51 and counting to go in the first. Wayne County 14, Brookhaven 0. Wayne County on the move again. And Twins both ways. He's looking to throw. Got to tuck it down. I'm not going to make a call till it happens. He's going to throw one down here just over the reach of Mangum at the 20-yard line, and Reggie had to throw it with somebody about the same time somebody was planting a helmet on that number 7 right under his chin.
I tell you what, Brookhaven, what they're doing, folks, is they're running a 3-man front, an odd front. They've got a nose guard and two ends. You don't have any tackles in this type front, and they've got 3 linebackers behind that. In essence, what you do is you blitz 1 or 2 or all 3 of the linebackers.
Trips right, and
they get in the neutral zone or should,
but
they don't.
Yeah, Wayne County didn't get the flag on that. Single man on the left side, single back. There's Chambers. He fakes it to him, and Reggie's going to avoid all kind of pressure and get a pass off down the sideline to Wallace, trying to get it to him at the 20, incomplete. And they had the pressure on Reggie, didn't they?
Boy, they did. They were bringing the heat.
I don't think I've seen anybody put better pressure on Reggie this year to this point in any first quarter we've played. Wayne County's going to have to punt it away, and there comes number 38 on the punt. That is Heath Mosley. Heath had a pretty good week last week punting the football.
Well, he did.
And he's going to be standing at his own 42-yard line waiting on this snap from Hunter James. Wayne County's had 4 possessions. They've had 2 touchdowns, 1 turnover, and then 1 turnover on downs right here. There's a good snap. And there's a nice high spiral that's going to be signal for a fair catch down there at the 8 or 9 yard line. So that's about as good as you want to do it, Kenny.
Well, that's good. Anytime you can get them inside the 10, that's always a good play. And so they're going to give him the 9.
So we're at one thing missing this week are the heat timeouts. This is the first games of the season. We moved into October. We don't have the mandatory heat timeouts anymore. This quarter's moving pretty fast.
33-yard punt.
Brookhaven's inside their own 10. We'll say at their 9 with a 1st and 10, trading 14-0 with 1:18 to go in the first quarter. And we do have a timeout. So we're going to take a 60-second break to the station and be back after these 2 words from our sponsors.
Always dreamed about a special home for your family? Our bank can help make that dream a reality with competitive home mortgage rates that can put your dream home within reach. Visit with one of our mortgage specialists. We're an equal housing lender. First State Bank, serving you is what we do best. Member FDIC. Online at firststatebnk.com.
Welcome back as we are once again live from War Eagle Stadium. We came back from the timeout. It's about the time Brookhaven snapped the ball and got about 3 or 4 yards up the middle on a run. They got the ball out across their 10 out to about the 13-yard line. So they're second down, about 7 yards to go for the Panthers. They've got a little tighter formation out there right now. Got a back in the backfield with him, and an H-back, and a couple of guys pulled in tight, and they're going to look to throw. There's some pressure in the hole. It looks like they were holding old Denzel, but they get all kind of pressure on him at the goal line back there, and he throws out of bounds, flags everywhere. And
yeah, there's not a soul over there.
We had our lesson in intentional grounding. Was it a couple of weeks ago here, did we not?
Yes, we did. we were taken to school for that.
And Kenny, is that what they're going to call right here?
I would think.
There's the call.
This is one of those things where they're inside the 9. You almost want to just say, okay, let's just take the down. because they're going to lose it down anyway, I think. So it's going to be 2nd and whatever.
You know, Bonner was coming off the edge and got hands on that guy, and he was, by the time he was dragging him down, he throws it out of bounds. Ball makes its way out there to about the 20, and intentional grounding. Where's that going to wind up spotting it, Kenny?
It's be half the distance, so yeah, they're going to spot it. Looks like around the 3-yard line.
All righty, and it's 3rd down from the 3.
Should be.
And here we go. 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. There's going to be a handoff up the middle and pretty tough sled, and he is not going to make it to the 5. So Brookhaven is going to have to punt this ball standing in their own end zone. We're inside 30 seconds. 25-second clock has not been put in play. This is probably going to be the end of the last play of the first quarter. If old Brook wants it to be. 25-second clock has not started, and we're at 15 seconds on the game clock. So Brookhaven is getting in formation out here to punt.
They won't ever get this one off.
Never going to happen. We're going to stay with it until the end of time runs out in 2 seconds, 1 second. And there you go. After 1 quarter of play here at War Eagle Stadium, Wayne County is 14. Old Brook, the Panthers from Brookhaven, 0. We'll take 60 seconds back to the station and be back for second quarter action after these words from our sponsors. Gatlin Building Supply in Waynesboro is your source for the paints that make the impossible possible. Benjamin Moore. Color yourself inspired with Benjamin Moore paints from Gatlin Building Supply. Be it interior, exterior, or eco-friendly, these are the paints that stand up to everything life throws at them. Come see us at Gatlin Building Supply in Waynesboro, where you can find the answers to all your building and remodeling projects. Gatlin Building Supply, Waynesboro, Mississippi. Have to snap the ball from inside their own 5 to punt this thing. Kenny, to quote a line from the movie Major Payne, you think we might feel a little pressure on this one?
I think we'll bring some. Now, of course, if you look at how we're lined up, I think what they're looking for is just to try to keep as many folks from getting downfield as they can, because what you want, if nothing else, is a good return.
Freddie's standing at his 30. He moves up, catches on the run at 26. Here he is, getting high-headed down there at the 25-yard line. They grabbed him by the head and drug him down to 25. So scooped it up at about the 30, got about 5 yards on the return. 1st and 10 for Wayne County at the Brookhaven 25, now moving right to left, or the War Eagles.
Well, it was a 24-yard punt.
And we're at...
I'm not sure about that spot. He made the 25.
I thought he did too, but they put it to 26. So here we are in business with the 1st and 10 from the Brookhaven 26-yard line. Trips right for Stewart. Fast Freddie Jordan Jr. is in the backfield with him. Ramik Wallace is split out to the left side. Ball's on the left hash mark. There's the snap. There's the handoff to Freddie, and he puts his head down and runs hard for a gain. They're going to give him about 3 yards on 1st down.
Freddie got down on 1 hand and 2 feet over there at Marshall and picked up about 3 yards.
He was running low to the ground, wasn't he?
He sure was.
And here we go. 3rd down and 7. There's a pass out there to McDougal in the flat. This time he makes one miss, and another one's going to be there. Good pursuit, Ken. They're going to stop him short of the line of scrimmage.
Tell you what, a great job by the corner over there for Brookhaven just to slow him up till he could get some help on hand. And Brookhaven Marshall being very aggressive on defense and doing a good job slowing these War Eagles down. In fact, we lost a yard.
He hit him perfectly in stride on that pass, too, and there was no reason. I mean, just great defense, like you said, by the Panthers. And Trips left now. Ball's on the right hash mark. Mangum's split out to the right side. Stewart's back to throw. He's going to try to get one out there to Mangum, who makes a catch at the 1st down marker down there. We'll see where they spot it. Yes, he's going to be at the 15-yard line for a 1st down. Nice throw and catch, Kenny.
I tell you what, Will did a great job. He turned quickly to the outside. The ball was thrown high and to the outside, and he pulled it down. And Marshall, just as soon as he got his hands on it, he turned upfield, and he was upended out there around the 14.
Same formation for the War Eagles with the 1st and 10. There's a handoff to Freddie. He's running hard and gets hit hard. The ball comes loose down there at the 8-yard line. So looks like Wayne County's turning it over again. I mean, Freddie was running fast through the middle, and I mean, they put a head on that football, and out it comes. So that's the 2nd turnover tonight for Wayne County.
That was one of the hardest licks I've seen all year. I mean, they took Freddie completely off his feet and 2.5 or 3 feet into the air.
And they sure did. They lit him up. He's walking around like nothing happened. Of course, he's upset that the ball's turned over. But, Wayne County's in scoring position. They come up empty, turning the ball over down there, and the ball will be at about the 8-yard line. 10:40 to go in the half. Wayne County up 14-0. Brookhaven's being feisty out here in this second quarter tonight. And they're going to have two receivers split out both ways for the quarterback. The freshman signal caller from Old Brook, and he's going to hand the ball off up the middle and going to get a little running room out across the 10 for a nice, decent gain on first down, Kenny, in tough sledding territory.
Well, I tell you what, Wayne County had Brookhaven kind of back on their heels in that first quarter, but toward the end of it, you can see their defense start to come alive, Marshall, and they've done a good job now of forcing Wayne County to make mistakes.
Second and we'll say 7 to go for the Panthers. Trips right for their quarterback. Single man to the left side. The ball's on the left hash mark, moving left to right. There's going to be another handoff with room up the middle. Going to get out close to the 15-yard line. I believe they're going to spot him right on the 15. Going to bring up third down and about 3 yards to go for the Panthers.
Tell you what, that youngster number 3 for Brookhaven's got some quick feet under him.
Yes, he does. Third down and 3 to go from their own 15. The Panthers find themselves looking at that situation. 9:41 to go in the half. Wayne County 14, Old Brook 0. Let's see if Wayne County's defense can get another turnover on downs. There's a handoff up the middle, and he's going to get a first down and then some. There he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 40-yard line, making folks miss. Number 3 gets out close to the 45-yard line, and that is Jeremy Reed on the carry, I believe.
Boy, Reed did a good job, man. He just, when he broke up field and broke that line of scrimmage, he took off, and he hadn't been far safety getting tangled up in his feet. He just scored.
And he gets close out the ball at the 44-yard line with a first down and 10 for the Panthers of Brookhaven. And we're at 9:11 to go and counting in the first half. Wayne County 14, Brookhaven 0. Brookhaven is still in their own territory, but they have themselves a first down out at the 44-yard line. And why not run it again? And they do, and everybody gets tackled in the backfield for about a yard loss.
Well, we did a good job that time. Tyler Hopkins just crashed from his linebacker spot, Marshall, and jammed that up real good. In fact, they're going to lose about 2 yards.
Good pressure to Tyler. O.T. Hop will get after you if you give him half a chance. I guarantee you that. Trips right for Old Brook, and there's a quarterback's going to pull it and try to get around the right side, and he's going to get tackled out here after a decent gain by Denzel Bonner and company out there. Smith up giving him a little help. He's going to get about 3 or 4 yards on that carry. 8:34 to go and counting.
They're going to give him 6 yards, Marshall.
And looks like third down, and we'll say 6 to go. Trips left for him. Ball's on the right hash mark. 12 seconds on the 10-second clock, on the 25-second clock and counting. Plenty of time for him to get this play off. There's your snap. He's back to throw. Going to fire one out there in the flat and cannot make the catch. Incomplete pass. Denzel Bonner's out there in coverage, and Tyler Hopkins right behind him. So after a nice run to get him some room, Brookhaven's going to have to punt it away. Wayne County let them out of the box there a little bit, Kenny.
Well, the thing was we had a chance to get the ball on the 26 and pick up some points on the short field, and roll that lick. I mean,
it was a good
the only one you can give credit to is was Brookhaven for the lick they put on Freddie.
Freddie's going to be standing in his own 25 waiting to receive this punt. This old boy's been doing a good job punting the football tonight for Brookhaven. There's a good clean snap, and he's going to punt one kind of off the side of his foot. That one is. It's going to take a mighty good roll, though, as you would have it, down to about the 17-yard line of the Warriors. Ball hit about the 30 and rolled down to the 17. So that's the thing, boy, when it hits the ground, you're going to give up precious real estate. But there really wasn't much Freddie could do about that because it was punted so short he couldn't get to it.
And you're not sure if that's on purpose or not, the way that works out. So, let's see, 17.
Chambers is in the backfield. No, excuse me. Cooley's in the backfield now with Stewart. Cooley's got 1 carry for 30 yards and a touchdown. Be nice to add to that total with another touchdown right here. They're going to hand it to it. No, Reggie's going to keep it and run straight up the field and make folks miss. He's at the 25. Heads out of bounds at the 31-yard line and gets tackled hard out of bounds, but it's first down Wayne County with 7:42 to go in the half.
Well, I tell you what, a good job by Reggie, and they did sort of slam him down after they got him out of bounds. But Reggie, fortunately, not hurt. Nobody else got hurt either.
Trips right for Stewart. Ball's on the left hash mark. Going to hand it to Cooley this time. Here he goes, putting his head down and pushing the pile out across the 45-yard line. Flags everywhere, Kenny. What's that going to be? Maybe a face mask?
If it's not a face mask, it may be a hold over here on this on our left tackle.
Let's see here. We're at 7:34 to go in the half. Wayne County 14, Old Brook 0.
Face mask.
And Kenny's got it. Face mask. Going to take it out across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
The reason I said it, we stretched the jersey just a little bit over here. Got away with one.
I got that feeling that guy was maybe grabbing that face mask for self-defense because that pile was being pushed hard. 1st and 10, Wayne County at their 46-yard line. And Stewart's back to throw. Got a little time. Boop, time runs out and they sack him for a nice loss of about, that's probably 6 or 7 yards.
It's going to put it back around the 42 or 43-yard line.
7:16 to go in the half. Wayne County 14, Old Brook 0. Wayne County's looking at a second down, and wasn't as bad as I thought, Kenny. Second down in about 12.
Well, I think we got a favorable spot. That's a payback for that spot a while ago that we got robbed just a little.
Stewart's looking to pass. Still got him some time. Going to set his feet and fire one. It's going to be picked
it's
off.
Going to be intercepted.
Intercepted at the inside Old Brook territory at about the 46, 47-yard line. So that's the third turnover here tonight in the first quarter. That's highly uncharacteristic.
I tell you what, that's, just he had those double coverage there, and we had a receiver back over here open, but Reggie never looked. When he looked off from this side, he never looked back from the middle of the field and threw into double coverage, and our guys just never had a chance to get their hands on the football. And Marshall, they've got the ball back where they punted it from.
And here they go with a 1st and 10 and 6:50 to go in the half. Wayne County leads 14-0. Twins both ways for the quarterback with a single back set. And he's going to hand the ball off up the middle and maybe fall forward for a yard, maybe. I don't think anybody tackled him. I just think I had a good line surge, Kenny, and he was able to just trip and fall for a yard on that one.
Yeah, the turf monster got him, I think, Marshall.
We're at 6:32 and counting, 14-0. The War Eagles lead. Brookhaven's looking at about a 2nd and 9 from about their own 49-yard line. And they're up the line of scrimmage, ready to go. Quarterback's awaiting the snap, and here he goes, and he's going to hand the – we got a stoppage of play. What we got, Kenny?
Usually that's going to be motion or offside. I think the left tackle over there wiggled just a little.
And that wiggle is going to cost him 5. Clifton Jordan, number 35, checks in to rest Bibbins a little bit. Bibbins, one of our captains tonight. So, big number 35, Clifton Jordan, checks in. I mean, you're talking about a kid right there that's 6'3", 237. Man, he's a good-looking kid on the hoof out there, and he can play some good football. And there's a pass out there in the flat. They're going to catch this one, but it's going to cost them because they're going to lose yards on a good defense, Kenny.
Good job to come up by the corner over there and the outside linebacker on that side, Hopkins. Hopkins just did a great job of hustling on over there and hemming that thing up to get some help.
Fisher was out there giving him some help on it. The corner kind of turned it in, and T-Hop cleaned it up, and good teamwork right there. Fisher's having a good night tonight. He's had some big hits and playing pretty solid on that run defense. Well, that wasn't a run, but pretty solid in that open field out there, limiting the yardage after catch. So here we go. Back to throw all the way this time. There's some pressure, and he's going to fire one. It's picked up by Tyler Hopkins. He's at the 40. Down the sideline he goes. T-Hop got him a pick.
Yeah, good job. He was in the right place. He just did what the technique they call it, just sink. He just sort of just eased, kind of backpedaled and eased out a little bit. And quarterback tried to throw that football on a rope over there, and Tyler snatched it out of midair.
Boy,
good job.
Shows some good hands. May make a tight end out of Tyler. And here come the War Eagles. They got the ball at the 35-yard line of Old Brook. And Chambers is going to be your running back for Wayne County. 5:29 to go in the half. Wayne County's got the ball and a 14-point lead. Setting off from the Old Brook 35-yard line. Going to hand it to Chambers. He's going to get on the corner. Here he goes. Running hard down inside the 25-yard line. Going to be a first down for Wayne County.
Well, a good job. He just ran the old sweep this side, and Marshall, when he saw Green in front of him, that's a good thing about Boom. He's got good eyes on the field. He just turned the ball upfield and got everything he needed.
The fast and the furious. Here goes Wayne County. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Give it to him again. There goes Chambers, and he's fighting hard, but they're going to stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Tell you what, that's the other thing about Boomy. For all his speed and vision, he just doesn't carry enough weight in his pocket to do much if he gets hit.
You know, they grabbed him by the jersey and turned him upside down, and his feet were still running.
We got a lineman down.
Got a lineman. I believe that's Brandon Beasley. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this word from our sponsors.
For great food and a casual, family-friendly atmosphere, come to the Huff Sports Bar and Grill. You'll find a variety of menu options, large screen TVs, service with a smile, and plenty to quench your thirst. For a delicious lunch or dinner experience, visit your local sports bar and grill, The Huff on Mississippi Drive in Waynesboro, your hometown hangout, where we get food, fun, family, and friends just right.
We're back live, 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line, and back to pass, and there's a pass across the middle to Rameek Wallace, touchdown! What a catch. He caught it at the 5, Kenny. They grabbed him at the 3, and he reached for the end zone for a touchdown.
And he caught that ball about the top of his knees.
And so we lost, Brandon Beasley was an injured player, and he's made his way off the field under his own power, and they attended to him down here on the sidelines. Looks like he may going to be okay. We pray for his safety. Now we're on for the point after touchdown. Brett Reynolds is on out of the Mangum hole in the James snap. And here comes your snap. Kick is up, and it's going to be good. So with 4:39 to go in the half, Wayne County 21, Old Brook 0. We're going to take 30 seconds to the station to be back after this break.
Local LP Gas is a part of the family of Kelly Companies, locally owned and operated right here in Wayne County. As a part of this family, Local LP Gas is committed to serving Wayne County with cost-efficient fueling options for your home and business. Whether we bring it to you or you come and get it, it's Local LP Gas, a Kelly Company, our family serving yours.
We're back live from War Eagle Stadium as Mosley prepares to kick this thing away. Kenny, you got any numbers on that drive? I know I'm throwing this at you. Just a big touchdown pass.
You had three plays, Marshall, 35 yards after a 10-yard gain on first down by Shadarius Chambers, and no gain on after the 1st and 10. And then the third play of the drive was a 25-yard throw and catch from Reggie Stewart to Rameek Wallace, and the extra point good. We're up 21-0.
All righty, and here goes Moses is going to put a foot in. He's going to kick this one deep. He's going to kick it back here. It's going to be fielded at the 9-yard line. And here come the War Eagles giving chase. And he breaks through the first line of defense. And here he goes. He's in Wayne County territory and down to go. That was going to be a touchdown, Kenny. I don't believe anybody's going to catch him. He ran that thing right up the middle. Wayne County tried to sneak up on him and kick it deep and pay the price for it.
Yeah, he caught the ball around the 11-yard line. And so that's going to be an 89-yard kickoff return.
And that's 4:25 to go in the half, and the Panthers of Brookhaven get on the board with the electrifying return. They kicked it down there, and he caught it, and right up the field he goes. And it looked like Wayne County had him hemmed up, but he split that wall, and off to the races he went.
Well, and that's one reason you pooch kick it.
That's a good reason. That's a good reason.
Folks keep talking about kick it deep. They hate the pooch kick. Well, a lot of times in high school, that's what happened.
And the Panthers on to try the PAT. Here comes your snap. And it's going to be a good snap to kick us up, and it looks like it's going to be solid. So with 4:25 to go in the half, Wayne County 21, Old Brook 7. 30 seconds back to the station, and we'll be back after this break.
Extreme Sound Security and More on 711 Station Street, downtown Waynesboro, is where you'll find all the more you want and need. From Benelli shotguns, Night Force scopes, Muck boots, to Maui Jim sunglasses, K2 and Oracle coolers, to security camera installations, cell phone and computer repair. Extreme Sound Security and more. Come by and see for yourself. Downtown Waynesboro for the more you want and need.
Eagle Stadium, Wayne County 21, Brookhaven 7. 4:25 to go in the half. Old Brook's 7 points come on a touchdown kickoff return for a touchdown, and I guess Wayne County would like to do nothing more than return that favor right now as Brookhaven prepares to kick this thing off. 4:25 left to go in the half.
Listen, I've heard folks grumbling about the pooch kick stuff, and it's hard to explain to people, but that's the sort of thing. If you don't have great coverage in high school, you try to kick the ball deep. A lot of times, that's what happens.
Fisher's going to take one and run it out here, catch it down there to about the 30 and run it out to about the 40-yard line. So Wayne County be 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line with 4:16 to go in the half and the ball. So that was Fisher. Fisher being around that ball a lot tonight. He's playing some good defense, making some big plays and running these kicks back. And here comes Stewart and company. Fast Freddie Jordan Jr. is in the backfield with him. Mangum and McDougal are split out to the right side. Wallace and Harris are to his left. And here come the War Eagles. Looking around out there with getting a snap off. Stewart's back to throw. Got some time. There's a toss out here to a wide open Mangum at the 50. He's running hard to the 45. Makes a little spin move to get down to the 44-yard line. So first down, Wayne County. Oh, Will's got him about 3 or 4 catches tonight.
Will does. Let's see. That was catch number 4, Marshall. You're exactly right. On top of it as usual.
4. Usually on top of it, 100 somewhere around it. But anyway, 4:02 and counting. Wayne County on the move. There's going to be a handoff to Fast Freddie Jordan Jr. He runs hard and going to get about 5-6 yards on the first down carry. Chris Cooley's going to check in to spell him there a little bit with 3:51 to go in the half. Wayne County 21, Old Brook 7. Twins both ways for Reggie Stewart. Stewart's going to hand the ball to Cooley, and he's going to find him a little seam right there. And here he goes, breaking tackles and dragging folks down to the 15-yard line, and there comes a flag.
There's going to be a face mask, I think. Somebody got up around the front of his headgear.
That's twice when he's running over it. I think they're just grabbing it to survive.
I think so, too. He's going to be down, Marshall, around the 15, and I think they're going to tack a face mask onto it.
Man, you talk about the fast and with Chambers and Freddie. You got the furious with Cooley for sure. So let's see.
That was 23 yards, Marshall, on that run.
And you're right, Kenny. There's that face mask, and that's going to add to it. That's going to take the ball inside, well, right down there to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that was, I guess, half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul, but he was actually tackled 2 yards further down the field than where the penalty took place.
First and goal from the 10, 3:26 to go in the half. Wayne County keeps Cooley in the backfield. They're going to give it to him again, and he's going to make a couple misses. And Kenny, that's just ridiculous. I mean, he is piling down the 2-yard line. That's fun to watch. I mean, you talk about power now.
And Chris is a great kid. I pestered him all day today during the devotion. I used an example of you can still be slow as a turtle and still be a good football player. He just grinned from ear to ear. I really kid him a lot about that, but he's a great, hard-playing youngster.
Second goal from the 3. They give it to him again, and they're going to stand him up that time. So it's going to be third down and goal from about the 3-yard line. 2:44 to go and counting in the first half. Wayne County 21, Old Brook 7. Wayne County threatening down here. And let's see if Wayne County can convert down here on this third and goal from the 3-yard line. They've been hammered in the middle of that line of scrimmage with Cooley. Let's see what Stewart's got in store for him this time. He's going to hand it to Cooley. Here he goes around the right side, turns it up, puts his head down. Touchdown, Wayne County.
And, that's appropriate to let that youngster score that touchdown after the efforts he made. I mean, he's got 4 runs, Marshall, all back-to-back, 23, 7, 1, and 2, and gets the ball into the end zone.
Wayne County moves to 27 points, and Reynolds is on to try the PAT after the Mangum hold. Out of the Mangum hold after the James snap. So there's the snap, there's the kick, and it's let's see, it's no good. We've been having trouble on our PATs the last couple of weeks. So with 2:20 to go in the half, Wayne County 27, Old Brook 7. We take a 30-second break back to the station and see you after this word from our sponsor.
Step into the extreme at extremeguns.net, where you will see what extremes lie beyond the limits of extreme sound, security, and more. No matter where you may roam, extremeguns.net is your home for extreme sound, security, and more. We welcome you to visit us on location, but don't forget, extreme sound, security, and more is always at your fingertips at extremeguns.net. For you, anywhere, anytime, extremeguns.net.
As you kick it away, Kenny, you often say answer a score with a score, and that's just exactly what Wayne County did. We had the big kickoff return by Old Brook for the touchdown and the PAT, and what does Wayne County do? Well, they score them a touchdown. That's important, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's all part of doing the things that you need to do to maintain control of the ball game. And you can, it's like we talked about before the game. You can swap touchdowns for field goals all day long and still win. So in this case, if somebody scores, you just come back and answer it to maintain that distance.
Oh, a little different philosophy on the kickoff. He kicked it down to about the 20-yard line this time, and Wayne County had a man right down there all over that thing, and I'm not sure who it was. It looks like it might have been Devin Walsh, number 16. I showed Chambers on the stop. So big hit down there, got him inside the 25-yard line. I think they may be finding their distance on these kickoffs, Kenny.
Well, you got to be careful not outkick your coverage, and that's the thing that happened a while ago. We just kicked the ball further, and we left some gaps, Marshall, and it bit us.
And here come the Panthers from their own 24-yard line. 2:16 to go in the half. Wayne County 27, Old Brook 7.
What you want to do here is just make sure that this possession doesn't end well.
There you go. And we're at 16 seconds on the 25-second clock and counting. Plenty of time for the Panthers. Trips left, single man on the right side. Ball's on just inside the right hash mark. Moving left to right are the Panthers. There's your snap, and quarterback's going to pull it, and he got to have nowhere to go as they get after him and tackle him back there at the 20-yard line. There's Evans and Jones and just Gandy, just Jordan. It's a whole bunch of War Eagles back there to hemmed him up. He was in trouble from the get-go on that one.
Well, that's one of those things where you call a play and you send it in, and when the thing starts to develop, your quarterback thinks, I don't know if this was the right call or not.
Well, he would have been right on not the right call this time. So, anyway, he's back to throw. Looking, there comes some pressure, and going to fire one across the middle. And, it's going to be picked off. And is that Gandy? That's Deion Smith. And here he goes at the 5. Touch down, Deion Smith.
He picked that ball off around the 38-yard line on the dead run, and boy, just did a great job.
That's about 3 or 4 picks he's got on the year right there. He had a big one against Rummel, and we'll see. That's a touchdown, Wayne County. We got, let's see here, interceptions. Deion Smith, that's his 4th interception on the year, Kenny, in 5 games. So, 6 games now, but 4th pick on the year for Deion. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is you just keep driving that stake a little deeper into the heart of Brookhaven, and we got that extra point.
Got us a PAT. So with 1:34 to go in the half, Wayne County 34, Old Brook 7. Here's a 30-second break back to the station, and we'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
We're going to need an electrician.
Rita and Mike were replacing a built-in microwave.
Don't scratch the stove.
Okay.
All right, let's go get something to eat.
Smart and beautiful.
When Rita called, she said, "You're not going to believe what happened." I said, "Rita, because we had your regular Alpha policy review, your damage is covered."
Well, we didn't scratch the stove.
For the best agents in the business, call Kenny Odom in Waynesboro.
Yes. So Wayne County's fixing to kick it away again. Reynolds is going to be kicking it. And let's see, Kenny, where he decides to place this one. Let's see if he's going to keep it in this range, dropping it down here between the 20 and 30.
I'd drop it right about the middle of the field there along the 35-yard line, because there is a long 15 or 16 yards between the front 5 and the next set of upbacks.
Big hole down there. Let's see if he sees it. He's going to kick it down here at about the 15-yard line, and maybe they can hem him up, and they're going to hem him up at the 16-yard line. So I guess he's kicked it deep and
he caught
on the sideline, which
he caught it 1 foot on the 11-yard line and tried to get it back in that same seam he had a while ago, and it just wasn't there.
I thought he was going to step out of bounds when he made the catch down there, but he didn't. He kept it in bounds. And anyway, Wayne County's got them backed up there at their own 16-yard line with 1:27 to go. Wayne County 34, Old Brook 7. Here come the Panthers, and let's see here. We got some. Got a new guy in there on the nose. We'll get his number for you and his name for you in just a minute. Trips left, single man right for the Panthers, and there is your handoff. And Reed's going to get it. I mean, he's going to be fighting for yards or somebody. Probably Tyler Hopkins.
That's Poole, Thomas Poole.
On him. Thomas Poole. I'm sorry, my bad. Let's see who this number. We got a timeout, so I'll try to get that other player for you that was on the nose here in a minute. We'll take a 30-second break to the station and be back after this word from our sponsors.
This seems unbelievable, but I promise it's true.
What's with the buzzer?
Oh, that's a raven. That's a good omen. He knows we're coming back with dinner.
Well, that bird had a bunch of friends. And when Scott got back to the camper,
Well, that was a bust. What? Scott! Wait, what did you do? It's raining inside.
his new camper was a total loss, but his Alpha policy covered it.
It's that bird.
For the best agents in the business, call Kenny Odom in Waynesboro.
The press box at War Eagle Stadium. Kenny's got so many stuff. He said, I'm so far behind. He said he's so far behind he thinks he's in first place. But anyway, keep plugging away over there.
Yeah, there ain't nobody around me, that's for sure.
And it's 1:18 to go in the half. Wayne County 34. Old Brook 7. Old Brook looking at a 7-9 from about their own 17-yard line. And here they go. Twins both ways. Man in the backfield with him, and there's going to be a handoff up the middle, and
they run a trap.
Not much going there, maybe a yard.
Brought a man in motion from the far side to the near side here, Marshall, and trying to set up that inside trap. We saw that on film, and they run it very, very well, but our guys did a good job to shut it down, and we called timeout again. I guess Coach Mangum's wanting to try to get the ball back one more time to see if we can get a few more points on the board. So they picked up a yard.
You know, while we got a minute, we're going to stay here. We're going to talk about different ways to follow the War Eagles. Our sponsors make possible for us, too. We got WABO 105.5 live on Friday nights and on demand, after the game. But you can get it streamed on the internet, the website at www.105wabo.com. Follow the links to the live stream. And it's also throughout the week and for the rest of the season, this game will be called On Demand. So you can go back to the station and listen to it anytime you want to. You can also watch it on WCWebTV.com on demand beginning the following Wednesday after each game. Facebook at War Eagle Football and local cable on WCCT Cable Channel 10 Tuesday and Thursday nights at 7. And we're back with a 3rd and 8 to go for the Panthers of Brook Haven inside their own 20 down here. And there is a snap, and they're going to hand the ball off up the middle, and there's just no
ball's loose. Ball's loose.
Let's see. We got.
I think they got it back though.
Call the ball on the ground, and that's going to. The clock is still running inside a minute right now, and Old Brook's going to have to punt it away. The ball is just inside the 20. We'll say the 18 or 19-yard line. Wayne County 34, Old Brook 7, and 46 seconds and counting on the game clock. 19 seconds on the 25-second clock. Freddie's standing back here at the 40. He's at the Old Brook 45-yard line. Old Brook's going to let this clock run down as far as they can before they snap it. It's now down inside 5 seconds. So Wayne County's going to get a return and maybe a play, and there's going to be a kick, and Freddie's not going to be able to get to it. It's going to hit an Old Brook player down there at the 48-yard line, and that should have stopped the clock, but it stopped at 18.5 seconds. Let's see what Wayne County, what do you think they're going to do here, Ken? You think they'll take a shot?
I think we'll take a couple shots down the field.
And so Wayne County's in business with the ball in Panther territory at the Panther 48-yard line. 18 seconds to go in the first half. Wayne County 34, Old Brook 7.
27-yard punt, Marshall.
Wayne County with the football, and here they come. And he's going to have Mangum and McDougal to the right side and Wallace and Harris to his left side.
37-yard punt.
And he's back to throw. He's got some time. Oops, he put him on his horse, and here he goes, running down the right side. Is he going to take it? He's going to stop at the line of scrimmage and fire one over everybody's head. And there's going to get a flag. Probably going to get him for an intentional grounding, Kenny.
Yeah, I don't know. We had somebody up here near the line of scrimmage. I don't know if you could argue that or not, but where he threw it, there wasn't a soul out there.
There's 10.5 seconds left on the 10.5 seconds left on the game clock. You know, what's the call, Kenny? It's against
Wayne. It's going to be intentional grounded.
You know, seems like we've gone for years and never seen that, and all of a sudden we saw a couple against Rummel. We've got 2 here tonight, and seems like this call is the call of the year so far, intentional grounding.
Yeah, it just, I don't know, it seems to be more awareness of it. The officials have made a lot more of those calls this year than we've ever seen. You're right.
And we got 10.5 seconds to go, and Stewart's going to look to throw this, fire one out here to Chauncey Carter. He's going to make the catch, and they're going to drag him down. No, they're not. He's going to break tackles and run hard down inside the 40, but that's going to bring the first half to a close with the score of Wayne County 34, Brookhaven 7. We're going to take a break, then be back with the Red Apple Halftime Show with our guest, Will Mason, after this word from our sponsors.
From yard care to farmland, Chapman Tractor Company in Waynesboro can get you up and running and keep you that way. From sales to service, Chapman Tractor has what it takes to match your needs to the right equipment and to keep your equipment in tip-top shape. Our sales staff is in the know with a wide selection of equipment and implements to meet your needs. Service, we provide it with a trained professional staff at your disposal. And don't forget our parts department, where we have a comprehensive inventory and the folks on location to help you find the part you need when you need it. Chapman Tractor Company, Waynesboro, Mississippi.
For anybody that cares.
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, you know.
All righty,
first
and 10. For Old Brook at their own 35, and here they go with the hand up the middle, and there's some room for the nice game. The ball is loose, and let's see, Wayne County may have it.
We do. We come out with the ball.
And we do. You called it, Kenny, right on top, and there's a turnover. Wayne County had a couple in the first half, and here Wayne County takes his first possession away. 11:47 to go in the third quarter. Wayne County has got the ball at the 38-yard line of Old Brook with a 1st and 10, and here come the War Eagles.
Well, we're back even now in the turnover department.
Fast Freddie Jordan Jr. is going to be your running back. Trips right to the right side for Stewart. Wallace is out here to the left on the hash by himself. Here comes Freddie out in motion. Now he's got 2 to the left, and he's going to look to throw out here, trying to find Wallace. He's going to fire down here to 20, and there's the catch at the 15. He's at the 5, and touchdown, Rameek Wallace in Wayne County. That's
is that Rameek or is that Carter? It's 15. Okay, never mind.
No, we're both. I'm wrong, Kenny. That was not Rameek Wallace. That was number 15. That was Garris Myers.
Yeah,
I'm giving. He looked like Rameek catching that ball and running.
He did, didn't he?
He sure did. He got the same running motion and catching and scoring touchdowns. That's what Wallace does. So why, I guess Myers has been watching. He's got himself a nice catch and touchdown.
It's why you brung me.
And there's a point after touchdown. It's good, and we're going to stay with this. We've made an extra point. We got a fumble. We got a touchdown by who we've determined to be the correct receiver. That's Myers. And Kenny, we can't say enough about that catch. He caught that ball out here about the 20, and he was covered, and he broke tackles, and he drug folks in the end zone. I mean, he looked about as much like Rameek as one could look. Let's see here, coming into the game tonight, how many catches Myers has. And I'm looking at our receiving, and I do believe, according to these stats I'm looking at, that's his first catch of the season, and he's got himself, and Sean Dunlap confirms that, and he's got himself a touchdown on his first catch. That's pretty exciting for him.
Not bad. Not a bad way to start.
No, not at all. Not at all. I want to apologize to him for giving the wrong call out there, but we got it right now. So anyway, if we go through them all, we'll wind up with the right one when it's all said and done. And here we go with Mosley going to kick it off again with 11:37 to go. Wayne County up 41-7, and there's a
kick it along, squib it on the ground.
Yeah, man. That's a kick along, squib along the ground. Looked a lot like an onside kick. That's not what it was, but anyway, it's going to be down at the 44-yard line of the Panthers, and Wayne County 41, Old Brook 7, 11:31 to go in the third quarter. I was told in the score of interest that, I can't remember what the score was.
14-13.
14-13 at the half.
That's another reason.
Who had the 14? South or West?
South.
South Jones over West Jones, 14-13 at the half. There you have it. This is corporate effort up here, ladies and gentlemen. 1st and 10 for the...
Sort of like corporate welfare, really.
With the for the Old Brook, and they might get back to the line of scrimmage. We'll say they do.
That might have been Poole. Let's see if he gets up off the bottom of that pile.
That old Poole is a recognizable name among the Old Brook years over there. They've had some mighty good pools over there playing anywhere.
They have.
Defensive line, the running backs, the receivers, and everything else.
Man, they have manufactured good football players over there for years. Sort of like Moss Point was for so many years.
They really do. And there's another handoff up the middle with a very little room. He's going to get probably 3 yards, 1, 2, 3, 4 yards maybe on the second down carry. Wayne County 41, Old Brook 7, 10:52 and counting in the third quarter. Old Brook's at their own 47-yard line with a third down, and we'll say 7 yards to go. There's Jones and Bivens and Evans up front. There's Hopkins and Gandy and James and Bonner and linebackers. There's number 22 out there. Jordan's at the corner, and Fisher's at the corner, and Arrington and Smith are your safeties. There's your defense for the War Eagles. As the quarterback's looking to throw, going to fire one out into the flat. Incomplete.
Boy, he was just hunting for a hole to get in. We were breathing down his neck. Tyler Hopkins was in there and just, throwing coal on him.
Tyler's got himself an interception tonight, too.
He does.
Throwing coal on him, Kenny? Is that what?
Throwing coal on him, trying to stoke that fire.
All righty, Brookhaven's going to have to punt it away again tonight. I don't know how many punts they've got, but it's a right smart, and Freddie's standing back here on his own 30-yard line.
5 times, I think.
5 times already, and there's another one. It's going to be a nice kick. No, Freddie might can catch this one and return it. He does it to 21. Spins. What a move, but it was to no avail. I mean, folks, he caught that thing under pressure, made an excellent move about the time that thing hit his hands, but you got to hand it. That was well played by the cover man for Brookhaven.
32-yard punt. One of the things that Coach Mangum was talking about to the players this afternoon, Marshall, was talking about offensively. We want our possession to end in a kick, preferably an extra point or a field goal. But if necessary, a punt is the last result. And then you want the other team's possessions defensively. You want them to end in a turnover or a kick.
Wayne County's got a new quarterback in, is Brian Jackson. There's Chambers. No, let's see. That is Chambers with the ball, and he's going to take the handoff up the middle from about the 22-yard line and get out to the 47-yard line. Chambers just exploded to the middle of that line of scrimmage.
I tell you what, when they grabbed him, I don't know if he had his face mask, maybe had his chin strap, but he pulled Boomy's head straight down.
Jackson is your quarterback right now. He's got 2 receivers to the right side, one to the left. He's going to hand it to Chambers again. And here Chambers goes again. He's at the 50. He's at the breaking tackles. They still haven't got him down, but finally they hit him up down there after an 8-yard carry on first down, and Chris Cooley's going to check in to give him a breather.
Well, I tell you what, he needs it after 25 yards and then another 8.
9:32 and counting in the third. 25 and 8 on 2 carries. Oh, Kenny, that's pretty good. And Cooley checks in. Carter's split out here to the left side. I'll try to get you guys on the right side. I believe Ramey's in it tied in on the right side. Ball's on the right hash mark. Eagles moving right to left. And Jackson's going to take the snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Cooley, and he's going to put his head down and run hard for about 1.5 yards. Going to be just short of the first down. Going to bring up third down and about 1 yard to go for the War Eagles. 9 minutes and counting in the third. Wayne County 41. Old Brook 7. 3rd and 1 for the War Eagles. Ball's at the Old Brook, we'll say 43-yard line. And here we go. Jackson's going to take the snap, going to hand it to Cooley, and Cooley's going to get a first down inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. It looks like the 39. First down, though, Kenny.
Good job. If they gave him the spot where he actually got Marshall, it should be on the 38.
And you're right. They did get him down there. They got him on the 38-yard line, and Chris Cooley stays in the backfield. Ramey checks out. Now we got 4 wide receivers in for the War Eagles. Jackson is your quarterback. He's going to take your snap, and he's going to keep the ball on the right side. And here he goes. He's at the 35, out of the 30-yard line, and hurdling folks out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it. Right down there about the 36, between the 36 and 35. Nice first down carry by Zabrian Jackson. Let's see. Yes.
Yeah, it's Jackson. You're okay.
Zabrian Jackson.
They're going to say he stepped out of bounds around the 31, so it's going to be 2nd and about 3.
8:27 and counting. Trips left for Jackson. Single man to the right. Jackson's going to hand the ball up the middle, and Chris Cooley's going to get a first down to about the 27-yard line. So Wayne County's leaning on them a little bit now, Kenny.
Well, they are, and here's where you just really take this running game. Being able to run the football, Marshall, so important because you just begin to just simply wear them down.
41-7, 8:17 and counting. Wayne County 1st and 10 on the 27-yard line of Old Brook. And here we go, trips left, single man right. Jackson's yet to throw a pass here tonight here in the second half as he started the second half. And he's going to hand the ball to Freddie. And Freddie's going to slip on the exchange.
I think that turf monster got Freddie. You know, it happened to Old Brook down here a while ago within the same area. So he must have jumped up and got Freddie on the foot.
Trey Williamson, number 83, is checking in for Wayne County. Actually, they got it listed as a receiver, and he's checking in. He's going to be in the backfield. Fast Freddie's checking out. Let's see if they put him out there and move him out of the backfield and put him in a receiver spot. No, they're going to keep him in the receiver spot. And Jackson's back here. Takes a snap, and he's going to hand the ball. No, he's going to keep it, and they're going to – how he gets back to the line of scrimmage. They had their hand on him 4 yards deep, Kenny. And
he just drugged that linebacker with him, and the linebacker hit him about 4 yards deep in the backfield. He actually wound up picking up a couple of yards.
Chambers checks in. Williamson checks out. Third down and about 9 yards to go for the War Eagles. They're out there at about their own 27-yard line with the football. 7:01 and a 41-7 lead. 7:01, 7 and counting to go in the third quarter. Let's see if Jackson's going to air it out for the first time tonight. He takes a snap, and he's looking to throw. He got McDougal. No, he's going to fire one to number 17. Carter makes the catch at the 15. Can't knock him down, and he's fighting hard down to the 11-yard line. Kennedy hit him with a shot at the 15 right after the catch and couldn't knock him down. And, Chauncey fights hard to get down there at about the 11 or 12-yard line.
He did a great job to keep his feet after he caught the football, and he got that ball down and just pounded it down inside the 15, Marshall.
Jackson was on the money. He's 1 for 1 with a completion to Carter there. And trips right for Jackson. Williamson's back in the backfield with him again, number 83. 6:24 and counting. Wayne County with a 1st and 10 at their own at the 12-yard line of Old Brook. There's a handoff to Williamson, and he gets tripped up. And that turf, like you say, it looked like another.
That must be the mole crickets. They're upset because we took away the grass, and so they just moved in and decided they'd participate in the ball game.
6 minutes and counting in the third. Wayne County 41, Old Brook 7. 2nd and 10 for the War Eagles. Ball's at the 11-yard line of the Panthers. And here we come. Jackson looking for the snap. He gets it. He's going to hand it to Williamson. Williamson puts his head out. Here he goes. Touchdown. Trey Williamson right up the middle. Wayne County. I believe that would be Williamson's first touchdown on the year. I'm sure it is, as a matter of fact. And Wayne County moves to 47-7. I'll try the PAT right here as Reynolds comes on out of the Mangum hold and the Hunter James snap. So here we go. And here comes your snap, and it is a good snap. The ball is down, the kick is up, and it looks like it's going to be good. So with 5:46 in the third quarter, Wayne County 48, Old Brook 7. We're going to take a 30-second break back to the station and be back after this word from our sponsor.
Always dreamed about a special home for your family? Our bank can help make that dream a reality with competitive home mortgage rates that can put your dream home within reach. Visit with one of our mortgage specialists. We're an equal housing lender. First State Bank, serving you is what we do best. Member FDIC. Online at firststatebnk.com.
Tell us about that drive.
Let's see. I hadn't even had a chance to total it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plays, Marshall. And we started on 23. So that's, a 77-yard drive. And topped off by the Trey Williamson 11-yard run.
All righty, and here's the kickoff. It's going to be all over the ground and fumbled and snapped around. They catch it on the bounce, and here they come up the hash mark and down to the 45-yard line, the 40-yard line of the War Eagles. And he knows what to do with it, doesn't he, Kenny?
He absolutely does. He gets behind a couple of guys, and they had a couple of big guys ahead of him. He just sort of grabbed on like a caboose, and they towed him downfield.
Kenny, we've got some numbers appearing out there on the field, and I see a 59 out there, and I don't have a clue who that is. Somebody was wearing a 76 last week, and I don't know who that was. I do know who number 30 is. That's Tyler Hopkins. He's out there. 40's Hunter James. He's out there. Gandy's out there. Looks like all of our defensive backs are out there. We've got some new folks up front. We'll try to get them called out for you here as we move along. With 5:36 to go in the third, Wayne County 48, Old Brook 7. But Old Brook's in business just inside the 40-yard line of the War Eagles with the 1st and 10. And the handoff up the middle, that goes nowhere. He's going to lose a little yardage right there. And there's number 59 for Wayne County. He was in there in that pile, and I don't have a number on him. 35, Clifton Jordan is out there. Number 63 is out there for Wayne County. That's Vernon Summerall. So I don't know who the nose man is, but anyway.
We'll have to try to see if we can get a revised roster next week.
But he had a great play on that play. So brings up 2nd down, and we'll say 10 yards to go for Old Brook. There's the snap he's looking to throw. Going to pass one out there in the flat, and they're going to
that was a lateral pass,
losing a whole lot of yards out there back inside between the 50 and the 45-yard line, and there's just like they say, a host of War Eagles out there, Kenny, and I mean it's too many to name.
Well, when you're the receiver of a pass like that, you immediately try and throw it back to the quarterback and say, I don't want it. They lost, let's see, 6, 7, almost 8 yards on that.
3rd down and 19 to go from the War Eagle 47. They have it, and they're moving right, and they're going to hand the ball back the other way to Poole. And here he goes inside the 40. He's going to have a first down and maybe a touchdown. Down the sideline he goes, and he's going to be in the end zone for the touchdown for Old Brook on a 3rd down and 19 from the 47. There's a 47-yard touchdown run.
I tell you what, Poole has a outstanding burst of speed. He goes from 0 to 60 in about 2 seconds. And that youngster has had 2 great, just great runs tonight.
And they're on to try the PAT to try to make it 48-14 with 4:19 to go in the 3rd. Old Brook is refusing to lay down. They're going to play it out. And here we go. Here comes your snap. And it's a good snap. The kick is up, and it looks like it's going to be good. So, with 4:19 to go, well, what we got? We got a penalty on the play here.
Offside, Wayne County. I was trying to see I believe that's Mixon. That's the kicker. Tyler Mixon.
I see you've got all kind of interesting things out there, Kenny, that you're working on, stats and signals and rosters. Here we go. Mixon's going to be kicking it from the 10-yard line. There's a snap. The kick is up, and it's going to be good. So with 4:19 to go in the 3rd, Wayne County 48, Old Brook 14. We're going to take a 30-second break to the station and be back after this word from our sponsor.
Of all the colors, yellow's the most important, at least when it comes to building outdoors. No matter what your project this season, pier, deck, fence, or gazebo, be sure to head first to Gatlin Building Supply for Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. Yellowwood is your best protection against rot, fungal decay, and termite attack, so it's no wonder Yellowwood is the brand of choice for building outdoors. Come by Gatlin Building Supply, where you'll find only the best for your project. And remember, if it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it. Gatlin Building Supply, North Spring Street in Waynesboro.
Kenny, you just spit some numbers out on that Old Brook drive. What did you say that was?
They started at 39 and ran 3 plays from our 39, and they went 47 yards to score.
Man, that didn't take but a minute, did it?
Well, it's not often you start on the 39 and you wind up having to go 47.
Well, that's true. That's a good observation.
But at any rate, they've closed the gap a little in the ball game.
And they're going to kick it away, and here goes your kick, and they're going to kick it deep down here, and it looks like, got
offside, I think, back here. There was 3 or 4 guys across the 40 when the ball was kicked.
All righty. That's going to back him up, and we got a number on 59, a name on 59, and that's Parker. Dante Parker. Number 59, we've been trying to find. You folks got to know. You know how I know that? Dale McKee. See? All I had to do was speak it. I needed to know who it was, and it appears. Dale McKee on the spot. Number 59, Dante Parker. So if his folks are out there listening, Dale's made it possible for us to call his name out tonight, and we appreciate that, Dale. There is a reception at the 30-yard line, and here we go, trying to get across the 40. A nice shifty move, and that is number 22, and he's putting on quite a show out there. If he can get on the corner, can he do it? He's at the 45-yard line.
They're going to pile drive his face gear. Headgear into the 45-yard line.
Well, Malik Jordan putting on a show down there. So it's a lot of fun to watch him go. He's an electrifying football player. We've seen him do that a couple of times this year, and I tell you what, he plays some pretty good cornerback for Wayne County.
Well, they put the ground rod to him when they finally caught him out there. So his electricity went right on out.
Jackson's back in at quarterback. Number 59, Dante Parker, is out there playing offensive tackle right now for Wayne County. So that may have been the guy that was wearing 76 last week. Here's a handoff up the middle. Look at old Trey Williamson go, Kenny. He's breaking tackles all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Well, that'll be enough.
20-yard carry
that'll be enough for a first down. And he'll take it down to, that's 15. That's going to be 20 yards on the nose.
Wow, what a carry. O'Trey now, I tell you what. Let's get a look at O'Trey. He's a sophomore, Kenny.
He's a big kid, and how he wound up with 83, who knows? You never know why these kids pick some of the numbers they do.
Well, they got him listed as a wide receiver, so but he's running the football like a wild man out there, and he's going to get another chance. And there he goes again, running hard for a couple of yards on the first down. Wayne County is inside the 35-yard line of Old Brook right now with 3:29 in county.
I tell you what, he's not afraid to stick his head down and shove it up in there, and he just does a good job of running straight up the field.
Okay. Number 3 is checked in at running back for Wayne County right now. I believe that's Jeremy Reed. And Wayne County looking at about a second, 8 yards to go. And there's going to be a handoff to Reed, and he's got a little runner. Here he goes, running hard down there, Kenny, inside the 30.
Boy, just shy of that first down. Marshall, he slipped by that outside linebacker so quick. The linebacker didn't know he'd even been there.
Got a little information here. 83. Washington was our running back. He's number 4. He's out tonight. I saw him on the sideline down there. And Williamson has taken his place. He's been moved to running back, so that's to explain the numbers, Kenny, why he's playing running back. But right now, there goes Reed with the handoff, and he's going to be he's not going to get a whole lot.
They're going to stack him up along the 26 if they give him forward progress.
It's going to bring up 4th down for Wayne County, and they're going to be at about the 26, 27-yard line with a 4th down. You're right, Kenny. It looks like the 26. So 2:22 to go in the third. Wayne County 48, Old Brook 14. Wayne County is going to put Williamson back in there at running back, and he's got 2 receivers. Jackson's got 2 receivers to his right side, a single man to his left down here. He's trying to draw them off sides. Got plenty of time on the 25-second clock. It's just at 15 seconds right now. Jackson's back here in the gun. Williamson's in the backfield with him, and he's going to hand it to Williamson. And here Williamson goes, but he's going nowhere. They're going to tackle him for a loss. Wayne County's going to turn the ball over on downs.
Boy, that was number 5, that outside linebacker that got embarrassed a while ago by Reed. He made up for it then. That's Stephen Springfield, a 6'2", 255-pound senior for Brookhaven.
We're at 1:52 to go in the third. Wayne County 48, Old Brook 14. Old Brook's in business inside their own 30-yard line. They're at the 29 with a 1st and 10. We'll try to get some War Eagle, some wholesale substitutions for you out there for War Eagle defenders, and we'll try to get some of that for you here in a minute. There's a handoff that's going absolutely nowhere, and there's number 35, Clifton Jordan, down there rooting around the bottom of that pile. There's Cody Taylor, I believe, number 34 out there.
Marshall, he lost a yard.
He did, Kenny, and Taylor at linebacker and Jordan at defensive end went in there and just tore that thing all to pieces. So 2nd and 11 for Old Brook. Wayne County looks like they may get offside a little bit. 31's out there for Wayne County. That's Devin Washam. 98 Bivens, 35 Jordan, and 63 Summerall are up front. Just a 3-man front for Wayne County. Back here at safety, we got number 20, I believe, Roy Arrington, and number 24, Corey Polite. Corey's one of our captains tonight. We got Xavier Lampley and number Jordan are our cornerbacks. There's a handoff. Pooh's not going anywhere right there. That defensive front's playing strong right now, Kenny.
I'll tell you what, a good job that time by these younger guys. I mean, they're trying to make up for all that stuff they gave up last week, and they're doing a good job here against Brookhaven and as they're subbed in.
Dante Parker, number 59, checks back in over the nose for Wayne County. And let's see what happens right here on this third down and about 7 yards to go for Old Brook. They're at about the 33. They're on 33-yard line, moving left to right. Quarterback takes a step. He's moving to his right. He may going to pull up and throw it down there, and it's going to be scooped off the ground. They're going to give him the catch, Kenny. And
but he should be the spot should be just shy of the first down. He's got to go to the 39, and okay.
He looks like he might have it. So
yeah, they'll measure it, I think.
There's only 15 seconds to go in the third. They're going to stop the clock at 12:07 for a measurement. So we'll see here if they make the conversion or if it's going to be first down or 4th down. We'll stay with the measurement here and see. So,
boy, he got a favorable spot. But he may be Marshall. He may be short of about 3 inches.
So here we go. Here they come with the sticks, and we'll know here in a jiffy. 12.7 seconds to go in the third. Wayne County 48, Old Brook 14. There's your stretch of the chain, and it is you're right, Kenny. I believe it's going to be just short. It's inches short. You called it right. In spite of the spot, it's inches short. It brings up 4th down for Old Brook. And let's see what they're going to elect to do right here with 12 seconds to go in the third quarter.
I think you're going to see them just bow up and
see if they can
give her a try.
Give her the old Brook Haven try, huh?
Yeah, the old Brook try.
And let's
sure don't like mud.
And let's see if they're going to try to do it in this quarter. Clock is on and it's running, and they're going to come up to the line of scrimmage. You got that's a weird looking formation they got out there, Kenny, but they're going to let the clock run out or either try some trickery here. Let's see.
They're going to let the quarter end.
And after 3 quarters, it's Wayne County 48, Old Brook 14. We're going to take a 60-second break back to the station and be back for the final quarter of action here at War Eagle Stadium between the Panthers of Brookhaven High School and your Wayne County High School War Eagles. See you after the break. Gatlin Building Supply in Waynesboro is your source for the paints that make the impossible possible. Benjamin Moore. Color yourself inspired with Benjamin Moore paints from Gatlin Building Supply. Be it interior, exterior, or eco-friendly, these are the paints that stand up to everything life throws at them. Come see us at Gatlin Building Supply in Waynesboro, where you can find the answers to all your building and remodeling projects. Gatlin Building Supply, Waynesboro, Mississippi. Live here at War Eagle Stadium, and Old Brook's going to go for it on 4th down and inches. And let's see what happens. It looks like they're going to get it with plenty left over.
Yep, the old quarterback sneak.
And 1st and 10 for the Panthers of Brookhaven to start this quarter off in a favorable way. I know they're pleased about that, but anyway, they got themselves a 1st down and 10 yards to go out across their own 41, maybe at their own 42-yard line. And there's going to be a handoff, and
couple of missed tackles. But
they did have a shot at him back there. That was number 63 over Vernon Summerall got back there and had a shot at him, but missed him. There's flags all over the place.
Yeah, it looked to me like there was a hold out here, but we may get called for a face mask. But it sure looked like, I think it's number, 545 or 15 for Brookhaven.
And you're right. So
he had a pretty good grip on one of our linebackers, but yeah, from where they threw it, you figured it had to be.
And here we go. That's going to be, let's see where this assessment will be marked off to.
That should take it 8 around our 43-yard line or so.
It's going 11:38 to go in the game. Wayne County 48, Old Brook 14, and Old Brook's got a 1st down at the War Eagle 41-yard line. So here come the Panthers with their 1st and 10. 25-second clock is ticking away down to 15 right now. 2 receivers both ways for Brookhaven. Single back set. And Parker's over the nose there, and he puts some good pressure up the middle, and they're going to stop Brookhaven after about a 1 or 2 yard carry. Excuse me, folks.
Yeah, Pooh ran hard up in there that time, but for Wayne County, I was trying to look and find a number here. That was C.J. Chambers, a sophomore linebacker, that stopped him around the 39-yard line.
Pitts is in there at linebacker for Wayne County as well. This is another sophomore. A lot of youth out there for Wayne County tonight right now. And there's going to be a Clifton Jordan's giving chase back there, and you're going to just miss him back in Old Brook territory. That 237 pounds was giving chase to that little fella, wasn't he, Kenny?
Tell you what, his fuel tank just kind of hit E real quick out there. It's tough on a big guy when you're chasing one of those little guys like that. You know, it just going
to wind up with about a 2-yard loss on the play, maybe 3.
Let's see, they'll put it on the 43-yard line. It's a 4-yard loss.
10-12 and counting in the contest. 3rd and we'll say 12 yards to go. Here's your snap, and he's back to throw. Going to fire one down the sideline, launched up high, and let's see, Wayne County's got coverage, but that guy's going to go up and make a big catch for Brookhaven down there, and looked like Polite was back there, had him covered, but he just made the play on the ball. And
yeah, I mean, the receiver for Brookhaven that time, Marshall, that was, let's see, who was that? That was Kentrevis Tanner. And he did a good job of timing that to get the ball down to the 14.
We've got some strange, I don't know what you folks are hearing out there on the radio. We got some strange feedback coming in through our headsets up here. I don't know where it's coming from, but we're hearing strange voices. But they haven't been said as a carry on first down, and it's going to yield about 4 yards, maybe on the first down carry. We're at 9:28 in county. Wayne County 48, Old Brook 14. But Old Brook on the move down here at about the 12-yard line of Wayne County with a second down, and we'll say 7 yards to go. And there's quarterback's going to keep it and get around the right side, turn upfield, and he's going to get himself a touchdown, but there's a flag on the play.
There's a block in the back or a hold. You can call either one if you want to over there.
Going to back it up. Going to be coming back with 9:10 to go.
I'm going to try to see. He made that hold that was around the 6, and he went from the 11, so he got 5 yards. But Old Brook guilty of holding.
We've got a couple of folks up here in the booth listening, and I guess it's just me hearing these sounds.
There's a little squeak in the. I can hear it, Marshall.
Okay.
Marshall should put the ball around the 16 or 17-yard line.
And we're at 9:10 to go in the contest. Wayne County 48, Old Brook 14, 2nd and 7 from the.
No, it should be.
They hadn't changed it yet. 2nd 12, 13.
2nd 12 or 13.
Yeah, there we go. And trips left, single man to the right for the Panthers. Here comes your snap, and he's going to hand the ball off up the middle, and pretty nice recovery. That hole closed pretty quick and get him at the line of scrimmage, it looks like.
Diagnosed very, very well, Marshall, by the Wayne County front three and a couple of linebackers there. Doing a good job of just sniffing that out. Cody Taylor, youngster diagnosed that play and did a good job.
Cody got a lot of playing time early with some of our injuries at linebacker. It's good to see him out there getting some quality playing time, making some big plays. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 13 to go from, we'll say, the 17-yard line for the Panthers of Old Brook. We're inside 5 seconds on the 25-second clock. Here's your snap. He's back to throw. Going to fire one out here to the 20-yard line. Going to make the catch, and that's going to be Jordan and Fuqua out there on the stop. 22 and 21. Make the stop.
Throw out there to caught by Garrett Smith, another senior for Brookhaven. I tell you, we did a good job, Marshall, just to get on top of him right after he caught it, hold him to about a yard.
And here we go. It's going to be 4th down. And really the Panthers have got nothing to do but go for it. Trailing 48 to 14, 7:47 to go. Trips right for the Panthers. The ball's on the left hash mark, moving right to left. And here we go. Here comes your snap, and the quarterback's moving to his right. Going to hand it back to Poole. They tried that one. That's the play that worked for the touchdown a while ago, but it didn't work this time.
And he paid for it that time dearly because those youngsters got on top of him and just laid him down.
And here come the War Eagles with the ball after the turnover on downs.
I think that's their first turnover on downs, Marshall. That they lost 4 yards there back out to the 20, so that's where we'll take over.
We're at 7:13 to go in the contest. Wayne County 48, Old Brook 14. Wayne County with the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 20. Jackson's going to be your quarterback, and here come the War Eagles. Let's see, 54 is out there for Wayne County right now. Dalton Cochran, 59, excuse me. Well, I don't have either one of those guys on the roster, so we'll keep playing and talking. There goes Williams. No, Jackson's going to pull it. Here he goes. He's at the 25. Gets dragged down out at the 26. You see a penalty, Kenny?
No, I was just looking at the block out here, and then that linebacker showed up at number 5 for Brookhaven, Steven Springfield. For a big guy, 255 pounds, he got out here on the corner in a hurry to run Jackson down.
Jackson looked like he was fixing to be off to the races, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he got 8 yards, so, I mean, he was close to the edge of the track anyway. He was in near the first turn.
It's going to be 2nd and 2. Ball's out here at the 28-yard line. He faked that ball to Williamson up the middle, pulled it, and around that corner he goes. So we're at 25. The 25-second clock has not been, the ball has not been put in play yet. Now here we go. Trips left for Jackson. Single man down here to the right side. 6:20 and counting in the contest. Jackson moves up here, and he got Williamson in the backfield with him. Here comes your snap. Hands it to Williamson. There goes Williamson running hard up the middle, breaking tackles out to the 40-yard line. Just could have driven, the old saying, Kenny, could have driven a truck through that one.
Well, you did, because Williamson's about like a truck, Marshall.
Josh Page is checking in, number 82. Number 18 checking in for Wayne County. That's Darius Royal. Rigney's out there for Wayne County, I believe.
13 yards in the first down.
Number 86. Number 84, Bryce Mason. Had a nice interview with his daddy at the half. Two. Williamson's going to get stopped right about the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up second down, and we'll say 10 yards to go for the War Eagles.
Just not a lot of room there that time, and he did make it back. He got inside the 28, but not by very much.
Ethan Rigney split out to the right side down here. No, excuse me. Ethan's the tight end on the left side. This is Mason down here, split out right to 84 and 86. I'm running together on me there. We're inside 2 minutes to go in the contest. Wayne County with a 2nd and 10. Here's your snap. Hand it to Williamson again. Here he goes trying to get on the left side. Breaking tackles, and just like you say, kid, just doesn't look like anything flashy. He's just an old-fashioned workhorse.
Just glides along. I mean, he's just as smooth as he can be. He gets the ball down to about the 21.
7 or 8 yards there on that carry. 121 and counting in the contest. Wayne County 48, Brookhaven 14. Twins to the right for There's a Brian Jackson. Williamson stayed in there getting a lot of carries tonight, is he?
He's right now. He may very well be our leading rusher for the night.
All righty. Inside a minute to go in the contest right now. Ball's on the left hash mark. 3rd down and a few to go. And there's Jackson keeps it around the left side. And here he goes down the sidelines, down to about the 6-yard line, we're going to guess. So you'll see where they spot him. Yeah, it looks like right on the 6. They keep the clock running. Jackson pulled that out of Williamson's belly, and around the corner he went, Kenny, and he can cover some ground in a hurry himself.
Yeah, it's down to the 6. That's 15 yards and a 1st down.
1st and goal for Wayne County. And we'll see right here. Wayne County, there's 25 seconds on the 25 seconds.
I don't.
They're going to take a knee and going to run this thing out.
We're going to do anything else here.
Inside the 25-second clock now, so this is all academic. This one's going to be. And
we get to go to 2-0 in the
That's
district.
right. Wayne County is 48, and Brookhaven is 14. We're going to break for the station for 60 seconds and then come back live for Kenny's recap of tonight's contest. We'll see you after this 60-second break.
For great food and a casual, family-friendly atmosphere, come to the Huff Sports Bar and Grill. You'll find a variety of menu options, large screen TVs, service with a smile, and plenty to quench your thirst. For a delicious lunch or dinner experience, visit your local sports bar and grill, The Huff on Mississippi Drive in Waynesboro, your hometown hangout, where we get food, fun, family, and friends just right.
And here we are post-game on the turf at War Eagle Stadium with head coach Todd Mangum. Coach, your War Eagles came out here tonight, and after this contest with the Panthers of Old Brook, your War Eagles are now 2-0 in district play.
Yeah, that's what we talk about, being undefeated in the region, and one step closer to that tonight, and came out here and took care of our business.
I was sitting up there calling this thing in the first half, and I was sitting up there, this doesn't look just kind of happy. I was just kind of floating along there, not thinking about much. I looked at the scoreboard, had a big lead. Kenny gives us the stats, and they had 1 first down in the first half. And really, it was a far more, I don't know how you feel about it, that's what matters, but it was a far more dominating effort in that first half than I'd even realized watching and calling the game.
Well, we challenged our defense to play like the last time we were on this field. And that's what we pressed them to do, and we wanted to come out here and establish ourselves and learn from our shortcomings from last week. And I felt like for the most part we did that.
Anything else different you'd have liked to have seen out of your team along the way tonight? I don't want to put a negative twist on everything, but each week's a learning experience.
It is, and I think one of the biggest things, Marshall, we got to take care of the football. I mean, we had some turnovers there, in the first half that, we can't do that. We can't, turn the ball over, because that's a possession that we lose and a possession they gain. So, that's taking care of the ball. We got to do that.
Well, you're 2-0. Next week you're going to travel over there to, like the old PA man here years ago, Richard Freeman, you say to West Jones. Got to go over there. And I understand Dale McKee was telling me that looked like West took one on the chin tonight. South beat them, I think, 32-25 or something like that. You may be aware of that. Doesn't matter. You're going to play them no matter what that score was.
The last score I heard was 25-24, but it was about 7-8 minutes to go in the game, and so I hadn't heard a final. But, irregardless, it's Wayne County, West Jones, and always like to go over there and always like to get a win, and so we want to, we're going to work to be 3-0 next week.
Well, you've done some things that that I don't know if any other Wayne County coaches I can remember has done, and that's win at West. So we need to go over and do it again. You all for that, aren't you?
Yes, I'm all for winning. I'm all about winning. That's what we want to do, and got to clean some stuff up and hopefully get some of these guys back next week healthy and everything. I think for the most part, we're going to be healthy coming out of this. I know Rob Meek's got a tender ankle and everything, but hopefully we can get Ham back, get our center back, and next week and be healthy. But the bottom line is let's let's play War Eagle football next week.
We'll bring one more thing about it on the team sport and everything. This is an interesting guy tonight that we really got exposed to for the first time, and he was wearing a receiver's jersey, playing in a running back spot. 83 old Trey Williamson. Man, I tell you, son, old Trey can carry the mail, can't he?
Well, the thing about it, with injuries and everything, and people getting hurt, we gotta move people around. And Trey's a guy that's been a receiver, and he's played some defensive back, and he was next guy up, put him in there at running back, and we get some yards and some miles out of him and everything. And Marshall is kind of like we always say, next man up, and so that's a prime example of next man up.
It really is. It was fun to watch. Coach, congratulations. We appreciate it. Wish you luck next week. We're going to take a break and hear from some of our sponsors. We're going to be back with old Pretty and Pete K-Dog Kevney Odom after this word from our sponsors to wrap this thing up. We'll see you after the break.
Local LP Gas is a part of the family of Kelly Companies, locally owned and operated right here in Wayne County. As a part of this family, Local LP Gas is committed to serving Wayne County with cost-efficient fueling options for your home and business. Whether we bring it to you or you come and get it, it's Local LP Gas, a Kelly Company, our family serving yours.
Welcome back, and the question Ken asked us, were we ready? I said, no, we're not ready, but we're going to go away. See, you didn't think you were ready. We were in the booth. Of course, this was for the radio broadcast, and, you're going to get 60 seconds, Austin. That's all you get, but that's all you need.
That's all you gave me, man.
But anyway, Kenny, it was a fun night to be a War Eagle. Every night's a great night to be a Wayne County War Eagle. Tonight was a good night, a good outing. Coach seemed to be pleased with what he saw. What do you think?
A solid win. I mean, you look at the way we came out. We got 14 points on the board to start with. We kind of bogged down a little here and there. We turned the ball over a couple times through the interception, but we reacted and responded well, I thought, with 2 picks of our own. One of them was a pick 6 by Dion for 38 yards, whatever it was. But I thought, Marshall, we had good effort on both sides of the football. We didn't get anybody crippled that I know of. And, Brookhaven, again, a team that's struggling some, but still, they gave us their best shot. And, they played, had a lead on South Jones last week. And so certainly coming here, wanted an opportunity to try to get a win, and especially that first district win. But I think overall, I give us an A.
Well, and it's, you've talked about what Coach Mangum said. I've heard Coach Mangum talk about next man up. You heard an interview we had with him a while ago. He said it, but it's a perfect example. To be a really, really good football team, you got to have depth. And you talk about these guys that step up next man up. And a prime example of that tonight, number 83, old Trey. Man, he really did. But he's just really tonight, he's just kind of carrying the flag for all the other guys that are manning up.
Yeah, and no doubt. And we had a lot of other youngsters that played tonight, especially on defense. And you saw those guys play hard. I mean, they had a better effort tonight than they had against Wingfield, I thought. Now, bear in mind, Wingfield had a whale of an athlete back there at quarterback and a couple of good receivers, but the effort and the focus was there tonight. So that bodes well for us having to go into that abominable place over there at West Jones, because it's always a tough place to play.
Well, we talk about that, and we go to West, and it's a well-documented rivalry. It's the y'all versus us, head-to-head. It's been coast-to-coast on TV, and it's been written about. And, regardless of what West situation is, when we go over there, we can expect the best that West has to offer.
Absolutely, and you can rest assured that Scott Pearson is brewing up something, has been for several weeks. And, Coach Wayne Graves is sort of semi-retired, but he's not going to get that far away from the football field and from a defensive scheme, and so I'm sure he's had a little input with them. But, again, they've had a rough year up to this point. We hear that they lost tonight to South, and so, you're looking at our district, you're kind of scratching your head a little bit and wondering, well, are we any good, or is everybody else a lot better? I mean, when you look down the line, you would think Provine would be strong, and they hadn't been. Natchez beat them last week. And, I hear South Jones, Corey Reynolds' bunch. Of course, it's not a surprise. We raised him here. But, Laurel struggled a little. So, down the line, as we get into this thing a little deeper, it's going to get awfully interesting.
That's what you said, and I've heard Paul King say that's fixing to get very interesting. So interesting it will be, and interesting it has been, and a lot of fun, Kenny. I appreciate working with you. We appreciate our WC Web TV staff and crew, Ken Roberts, Rebecca Caldwell, and again, Sue Wood there, our social media coordinator, where you can follow us on Facebook all the time. So for Kenny, K-Dog, Pretty and Feet, Kevin Odom, I'm Marshall Wood. We're going to wrap it up this week, and we're going to tell you to be sure to be at Soso, Mississippi next week as the West Jones Mustangs play host to your Wayne County High School War Eagles. See you next week for more football.